Oh man, here we go, man. Today we got Sauce Walka in the building. First time in nearly 4 years, man. In a really requested interview, man. We got Sauce Walka back, man. How you doing?
4 years, 4 tears, and many more millions than a lot of my peers later.
Man, for sure. I want to say on camera, I really appreciate the support from you at a very early stage, you know, in the Say Cheese brand. You approached me. A lot of people ask me, but you approached me on 6th Street in Austin, and you were like 30 deep. And you were the same person you are right now, loud, obnoxious.
Yeah, what, 7, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, damn this, about 10 years ago now.
Yeah, but hold on, let me finish. So you were very confident at the time, and you had a nice little piece with you, nice little female with you. So I'm like, okay, he must really be doing this thing. So I went back home. I did my homework on you. I went on your Instagram page. You had the big body Benz back then. You had the new big body Benz back then.
I had the current big body Benz of the year we were living in, big body way back then. We was kids. That wasn't even cool. I was riding S-Class.
So I said, you know what? Now let me go listen to the music because he got the bad women. He got the whip. Let me go listen to the music. So then I went to go listen to the music. 2 weeks later, you welcomed me to Houston with open arms. We was locked in ever since.
Ever since. That's where you got to see the premature Rizzos and Fifth Ward JPs, Gucci P's, you know what I'm saying? All before the Sauce Wave hit the way it hit. You know what I'm saying? It's when I first introduced you to Sancho Saucy. I don't know if you remember, that's when Fat Boogie was still like, you know, one of the bigger artists and daughters at the time, and you know what I'm saying, Goon Side and shit, you know. I don't know if you still remember, but people pulled up them pictures and showed me, like, when I first came out there to do, it wasn't even an interview stage yet. It was just me trying to put Texas together and bring Texas artists together. And we had Fat Boogie, all the young Dallas artists coming up, DJ.
Yellow Beezy, I believe.
Yellow Beezy was there. Yellow Beezy was definitely there. A very young Yellow Beezy. You know what I'm saying? Jumping straight out the Crown Vic or the Camaro, doing what he was doing back then. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Really living what he was rapping about before he started rapping about it. It was a whole different Texas. You know what I'm saying? And I was there at the forefront trying to put the dots together way back then. And you was there too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was speaking this shit into existence, and everybody thought it was a joke, or it was how these niggas screaming this pimping and this dripping and this sauce this and this sauce that. And then it came out into fruition in everybody's face, and they seen it was a real mission.
And you know, even today, it's 2022, and see, people people knew you back then, but in 2014, 15, like I said, everything you was talking about, you were really living, from the bad women to the whips to the money and all that. Back then, it was already in motion.
Absolutely. I came into the rap game like that. Like, majority of the artists that met me initially, that all started out during the same time that I started out, from the Rich Homie Corns, the 21 Savages, the Migos, Houston artists that came out around that time. Like, this was like after the Propanes and shit and stuff like that. But around the time that I came into the rap game, I never had no CEO. I was never signed to nobody. I never had no sponsor. I never had no big homie. I never had no backing. So when it came to all the money and the jewelry and the traveling and the amazing video shoots with private jets and planes and cars and studio effects, fireworks in the back of my videos, no features and too legit to quit it, pyro effects, all that was coming out of my budget, out of my pocket. You know what I'm saying? Money that I was making off the streets, off the drip. And then I was reincorporating that money and investing it into social media or investing it into, you know, bigger videos or more clothes or bigger images, you know what I'm saying? Doing more of what I was already living like. And that was kind of strange at the time to rappers in the game, because the average rapper was coming in the game as strictly an artist, not an artist and a CEO, not an artist and a leader or entrepreneur of the entire label in which they pushing. It was an artist would be a representation of someone else or another label, and then they have dreams of or hopes in the future to make their semi-label or their crew or they clique or the label that they really want to push blow up after the fact. It was never I'm CMG and then this is my heavy camp. It's always been T except for CMG the whole time. It ain't never been nothing else. The T is still business. So that was a hard journey, and it was a heavy responsibility on me and the people that around me that was helping me put it together and make it make sense. So it was just like early on when I first started going to Los Angeles and the Atlantas and all of these different cities in America, spreading the sauce, I got a lot of love, but I also got a lot of hate and confusion because people couldn't understand how am I not a drug dealer or a scammer or some shit like that, and I'm having the money and the jewelry that artist CEOs was having at the time. I'm driving in the cars and having the houses that artist CEOs or the average, it just kind of like growing up in the hood. The rap game got the same kind of like stigmatism to it as far as like when you grow up in the hood, people feel like they got 3 different avenues of being successful as a black man. You feel like you can either be an athlete, you feel like you're gonna be an entertainer, or the streets. You know what I mean? So with the rap game and the state that it got to, it become and what it actually still is today is majority of the artists that came in the game was either having an NFL football player, an NBA basketball player, or some professional athlete behind them and putting up the money, making it an easier process for them or making it, more of an understanding. It's shit that I do for my artists as well, but they take the money from they already having money and then they go take another combined check or momentum or invested interest from a record label. Therefore, all the pressure and all the stress comes up off of the artist and the CEO. I never had those. I never had that slack. It was always the pressure. So it's either you're gonna be signed to an athlete, you signed to a D-boy, you know what I'm saying? Or you signed to somebody that's already an entertainer that's making it even more easier for you to become an entertainer. I didn't have that crutch. So a lot of people hated on me because of that. Or they didn't want to believe that I wasn't signed to nobody. They didn't want to believe it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Early on, and I'm talking about 2015, 16, you talk about investing. Did it ever get hard for you? Like, I don't want to say go broke, but was it almost where it was like, damn, like I'm spending too much on this rap shit and there ain't nothing coming back?
It kind of felt like that up until I discovered features, you know what I'm saying? And rapping and working with up and coming artists or bigger artists that just love my music to the point where they wanted to pay me, not only just to pay me to rap with them and work with them, but they wanted me to feel good about it. See, early on in the beginning of my career as an artist and especially becoming a celebrity, like I was so completely, and I still am, me personally doing it, but I was completely against, me spending money or buying a verse from a bigger artist for me to be accepted by the fans or for people to give my music a chance. I always feel like for certain type of artists with certain type of capability and skill set, you kind of water down what you trying to create and the substance and aura you trying to put on your artistry of how magnificent of an artist or how captivating and moving your music or your artistry is. You pick up a crutch in the beginning of your career if you come out strictly rapping with bigger artists that are bigger than you without anybody knowing about your backstory or your music. It looks fake, it looks made up, or it just doesn't look necessarily appealing to someone.
It looks forced.
It looks forced. So I didn't want to be, knowing that I had the money to do it, I didn't want to go that route, but the other route than that is spending a lot more money on balling and living extravagant lifestyle, having things that other people don't have, or marketing and advertisement and streaming or radio and shit like that. And that was unfamiliar and uncomfortable for me to spend money on because I just couldn't understand giving away money to something that I cannot see an immediate return or the immediate process of the return. I never believed in giving a radio person a $50,000 budget to push my song. I always felt that it's supposed to be organic and an organic push and an organic love and rapport that the fans and the world has for an artist that fuels a hit record. Then you put the marketing behind that record. When later on in life, I discovered that it's still an accumulation of additive talent and great music, but majority of it is great business and great investments with the right people. So because like I told you, when I first did the Say Cheese interview and shit, me spending money in the first beginning of the TSF, I probably done spent about $200 to $300,000 in the very, very beginning, first years, around the time when you was meeting me. Like having Benzes, rose gold. Prime example, like wearing rose gold. When you first met me 10 years ago, I was wearing rose gold. Rose gold wasn't an item in a rap game at that time. It wasn't, people saw rose gold and they thought it was copper. They thought it was bronze. It wasn't nothing familiar that people just knew to say, oh, this is rose gold, or just like they got green gold now. People only knew about yellow gold and white gold. Some people still don't know about white gold. Some people still call white gold silver or platinum because they don't understand the difference between the irons and gold. The people don't know the difference between the components that make gold. You know what I'm saying? It's elements that make gold. So and that shit changed. People don't understand. You take out an element and you add another and you change the structure of it. And it's the same thing with the rap game. So I just was the person that knew, like, okay, boom, I don't got the advantage that they got. I'm at a disadvantage, but I also have an advantage because I'm in 100% control of what I'm doing and where I'm spending my money. So after I spent my first little $250,000 in this shit, and I started to see, okay, I got fans, people like me, they like my ad-libs, they loving what I'm doing, they believe in the movement, but I'm still different than everybody else, and I gotta compete now. And that's like the NBA. I gotta have the same type of training, the training regimen that these other athletes is going up with, or I gotta have be in the same level of performance facilities, or taking the same supplements that's added towards, which would be like the interviews, the media, the blogging, traveling, shaking hands, networking, things of that nature. These are all added incentives that creates a bigger buzz and a bigger love for an artist and a stronger relationship between the fans and the artist. And I was picking up all these things that I was going, but a lot of my creativity and my style was being taken from me, or, you know what I'm saying, misused, or however motherfucker want to put it. It doesn't matter because I still got rich regardless, richer rather. But at the end of the day, it got frustrating more or less of the fact that, damn, I spent my first $250,000 in rapping, and now I'm making $2,500 a feature back, and I'm doing 10 features a week. Or, you know, when you're a brand new artist, this shit fast. So
yeah,
I went from doing 10 features a week at $2,500 to 20 features a week at 5,7,500. Then I added that to, okay, well, I'm gonna do a feature, and I got to charge you for the video. Then I added that to, oh, okay, now people booking me for my own shows. It didn't make sense for me to go spend that's how I feel like, okay, this is how I'm gonna save money. In the beginning, like, why go spend my own money and take the risk of a show not possibly doing well when I could just straight let these people that's booking agents and party promoters book me and my friends and my artists. And that's going to keep me having more money in than I dish out, because I'm not spending the same amount of money that everybody else is spending on traveling, tour support, buses, food, merchandising and things of that nature. But I'm making all profit because I'm making all my money off of my streaming. I'm making all of the money from the features and the performances, the appearances, and it's no L's being taken financially from the residual or the immediate or mechanical generating of residual income and direct income from being an artist after I was $250,000 to $300,000 in. So now I'm spending my next $100,000 to $200,000 in. It's still majority of money that's not necessarily from rapping, but it's still money I'm feeling that it's coming back to me easier because I'm putting my time, my energy into this rap career, into becoming something bigger than what I was on the streets. So by me doing that, it just opened up different doors to where every time I felt like, oh damn, I spent $80,000 on this, or Cause I don't gamble, I don't shoot dice, I don't invest in the average things that dudes lose their money and invest in. I'm not known for throwing money in the club. I make money in the club. So a lot of the things that were financial dispositions for most artists coming up, it wasn't a disposition for me because that's not nothing I have any interest in spending money on anyway. So all my money is going towards the program or driven, you know what I mean? But it got times where I'm spending more than I'm making, or it's slowing down, or I feel like, damn, I don't have this tour, I don't have a professional tour sponsored and pushed by Rock Nation or Live Nation or all these record labels because I want to stay true to Texas culture and stay true to my belief system and stay independent. So it was just a lot of skills I had to, I was about a little over $500,000 in, probably $700,000 in before I really start seeing the real return, like physically, like with every month I'm making well in the high six figures off of being a rapper. And to me, from the streets, that's everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing 5 shows a month and 10, 20 features a month. Then later on down life, I started, you know what I'm saying, just understanding my position better and learning the music business. So that's when I started getting bigger streaming checks, or, you know, doing different distribution deals or different, because I never signed a record deal. So it's like I had to just create and find different systems that made sense, that was bigger and better than TuneCore for my record label and for myself, because I always knew I was going to bring other artists on and bring other people onto my spectrum. So in substitution of us or you signing to me or me bringing you to my label and us making the agreement, and the substitution of me giving you a XYZ amount, a large amount of money up front, let me explain to you what this means when somebody give you this money up front, even if you want me to do that for you. And also understand that these are the constituencies that come behind these type of record deals and contracts versus you giving up 180% or 360%. In record label language terms, you know what I'm saying? Do you want to be in a 180 deal? You want to be in a 360 deal? Where, you know, the money is being generated from every corner of the circumference of your artistry. And in actuality, it's enough money being generated where I understood early that I don't have to do what everybody else is doing to be rich and to make other people rich. Nor do I have to, you know, go. I can fade it. Motherfuckers lose $300,000 on dice and video gambling and, you know what I'm saying, hustling different ways. They hustling in the air. However, people lose money all the time. So I just feel like this rap shit is worth me investing into so many people, because I'm trying to make something bigger than me. Because a real large part of my investment wasn't even just so much me investing into myself. It was me investing into the brand in the name of TSF and bringing so many people along with that. And those was the moments where I feel like financially, damn, I gotta get back in the streets and go drip a little harder, because I'm down 80 bands, I'm down 100 bands, I'm down 150 from where I started. But when the money started coming back, and it made everything else I did in life easier. Every other way I ever made money and hustle, it became way more easy and way more vast, and I had a bigger voice and a bigger audience and a bigger platform to do what I was doing. So it just started making sense. It started spending the money became fun versus the feeling like I'm losing money. But shit, now I'm making 6 figures a month, so I could spend, in a 2-month span, I could spend $1 million on whatever I feel like spending, and in a 90-day span, I'm gonna make triple the amount. All I gotta do is stay consistent and stay active, and that's what I did. And I spreaded that method to everybody around me early on. So it was like before, and you know how record labels are and sign artists, they don't want their artists to do features if that goes against the budgeting, or it goes against the advancement that we have given the artist, that goes against the invested interest or equity that we trying to make back out of the artist, because they paying you for a performance right, and the person that's paying you for this performance right, for you, like they say, promotional uses only. That is for you to have this song and make money off this song, posting it on social media. You get you a Say Cheese post. You can play it out in the club, but you can't put it on iTunes or these platforms for download or for sale, because this artist is still in debt with us, the company. So I understood that part of the business very early on, and I understood the terminology that followed suit behind that very early on. So I understood that a lot of these up and coming artists are never gonna have the opportunity or have the chance to rap with their favorite artists. And I just so happen to be a person that's so many people's favorite artists. I just happen to be a person that is idolized and looked up to by so many people in this generation or the generation before, because I still represent old school H-Town culture. And and some of the people that grew up on me when I came in the game, some people were 15 years old, 13, 12 years old, 11 years old. It's 10 years later. It's kids that I used to go to their high school with 97 out of the box is 7-figure real estate moguls now. When I was walking through your school saying, "Oh, we to you in the football stands," now I buy houses from you. You know what I mean? So it's just the way that the ball revolves and the wheels turn. Early on, I just always found ways to make the exact amount of money that major label artists was making. If they making 40 a show, I'm making 40 for show. You know what I'm saying? If they making this much money off of a platinum album, I'm making that same much money off having 12 artists. Right now I got 42 artists. And when I first met you, I probably had like 5, 6 artists. But still, of those 5, 6 artists, we've been making 100% of streaming and revenue for 10 years, starting from that point to having 42 artists streaming. So I just kind of understood.
Sheesh.
I kind of understood early on, like, oh, okay, this makes sense. I could spend this money on his career. I could spend this money on being more advanced or traveling more or being able to live in this city for a large amount of time. Plus, I got the respect and the love in the streets where people welcome me in they cities like that to where I could be there and really work my move and you know what I'm saying, get involved with the communities or whatever economy that I so happen to be in, because everybody's economy of music and entertainment and culture is different. It's a different way to make money that makes sense to people culture in every different state. You know what I'm saying?
So wait. Have you ever paid for a feature before? Have you ever paid to get on a feature with another artist?
No. I never paid for a feature in my life. I never paid for a feature in my life. And then the one artist that at a point in time, like I wanted to buy an artist, I wanted to buy a feature from him. It was on some talking too much shit, on some pimp shit, like young spending money in the mall type shit. I'm spending money in the mall fucking with Killer Calion, and I just met him, like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm real loud and active about the sport I was in at the moment. So I'm popping it, you know what I'm saying? Like what these terminologies really come from, like I'm really like popping, pimping, like I'm popping it, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, say man, yeah, the drip, splash me does, yeah man, really getting this cash off the splash, big dash, nah, that old shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm buying shit and all that, and I'm also saying how good I rap. Like, yeah, nigga, I'm the best rapper Houston ever seen. So basically what ended up happening is I was supposed to meet up with him to get her, cause basically all that shit talking, I'm thinking like, okay, he finna do a song with me for free type shit. We gonna do a song for free. And Killer Calion ended up telling me like, oh yeah, I'll fuck with you, little homie, get my number, but you know what I'm saying? Get my number. But this how much it's gonna cost if you wanna do a song with me type shit. This how much it's gonna cost. I fuck with you and you, but you know what I'm saying? Pay this right here. So I thought about this shit, and I get to calling up like girls and shit I knew at the time or whatever. And I'm like asking people like, should I do this shit? So everybody that was around me, just like, nah, you shouldn't do it, bro, that shit stupid, just keep rapping and dripping, doing what you're doing. So I end up like, you know what I'm saying, like, nah, I ain't gonna do this shit. I ended up texting people back like, I ain't gonna do it, but somebody that was mutual in between us, you know what I'm saying, that knew these other people that I was cool with, this girl I was rocking with at the time, told her, because I wasn't even talking to her at the moment, they told her like, nah, like, walk, because that's another thing that was like big in my life. You even remember that when everybody used to try to make me be a rapper when I didn't want to be a rapper, you remember all that, when I used to take those rap breaks and I wouldn't rap, or I take rap vacations and I go be a different person for 7 months and then I come back as a rapper. This is like, well, that was my whole life. So at that point in time, it was like, people used to have to like get together and motivate me to make me give a fuck about rapping. Yeah, so long story short, I ended up being this girl that this other girl and this other dude that I'm cool with through a third party, and they end up paying for Killer Cardion just to come to the studio and meet me and do the song. I didn't want to do the song, so I come like an hour late type shit, and I just show up. Just to show up, I'm on some arrogant shit now, cause I'm feeling played, like, y'all niggas trying to make me pay for a song, like, this shit lame than the motherfucker. Fuck, I look like paying. Like I thought this how this rap shit go. But early on in my career, my dad tried to give me a feature from Slim Thug when I was a kid though, and Slim Thug told me $6,000 when I was a kid. So it's like I kind of was familiar with the language, but it just didn't make sense to me. So long story short, the girl ended up paying for the song. I rapped on half of the song. The girl paid for the song. I rapped on half of the song, fell asleep in the studio, and never released the song. And never, like, the things that I was supposed to, like, the type of relationship I was supposed to keep with the girl and the people in the middle that, like, made that go through, I didn't do it because I just felt sour about the whole shit. And I just felt like I don't want to take that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time it felt unjust. It felt unright. It felt like I was buying my way to be a rapper. I didn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? It didn't make sense to me. I wasn't a superstar. I'm a nigga when I feel like I earned it from dripping. So long story short, I ended up never doing that song, never dropping the song. I ended up blowing up and becoming a superstar. Killer still got his money, but I didn't. You feel me? He used to always be like, damn, why you ain't never dropped that song? Why you ain't never, like, damn, what happened to that song we did? I like, man, that wasn't no real song. Like, that wasn't no. So he ended up coming back around and Killer Cardion ended up buying a feature for his nephew from me. You know what I'm saying? So it just all made sense.
Full circle.
Yeah.
So the girl that bought the feature, is this an industry chick, like a woman, like a manager or something like that? Or is this one of your
she was just a popular girl that had a lot of money that everybody knew that knew me, and she was my friend, and she used to like to take care of me at the time. She was just popular, real popular. She was a popular girl that everybody knew. She was a popular dancer and also a party promoter. She did a lot of it, but she was just popular in the city and everybody liked her. She liked me. We would go vacations together and shit. She would just buy me stuff, take me traveling. She would just do shit for me. She was my good friend. She was a good friend of mine.
So whatever you wanted at the time, she's breaking bread with you.
Yeah, like I always had them. My sponsors was always pretty women. It was always a pretty woman that just believed that I was a model. They just wanted me to pay me to take pictures that look nice and rhyme words to them. It's always been my life. So I just kind of used that, and I kind of messed up that situation because a lot of people early in my career was like, early on as me becoming this, like a lot of people wanted me to just rap and be an entertainer, and like, cause my whole spectrum of everything I do in life is entertainment. So it's like, even before I was famous for it, I was entertaining people for money. You know what I'm saying? That's been my job. It's been my job to make a motherfucker laugh, smile, and feel motivated and be inspired and believe in themselves to achieve from themselves. I've been doing it. So motherfucker just always felt like, why don't you just put your energy into being a rapper and being a celebrity and a star because you so well spoken with words and so many people love you as your energy and what you do. Like, focus on that. But I was just so caught up in what I was doing. I feel like I was so good at what I was doing. I just wanted to keep doing that. Especially if a motherfucker wasn't fucking with me out the strength. I'm not finna pay to rap. Hell nah.
How much was the feature at the time?
It's like $2,000. He wanted $2,000. $2,000, he gave $1,500. And I just felt crazy. I just couldn't accept it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just couldn't. But I still love Killer Cardion. He a legend. He one of the best rappers, you know what I'm saying, lyrically. Like, he was fly. I fuck with fly niggas, bro. Ben Fly, Jury. He from Southside. Like, you know what I'm saying? I fucked with Killer. Then I ran into him and I was splashing, and he had and it's a funny story because me and him talk about it and laugh about this shit all the time, because I ended up becoming famous like a year after that shit, or like a year after that shit. He never forgot the shit, so, you know, but that was my first actual real experience of like damn near going all the way through with the process, but I didn't do it, and I didn't go through with it because I felt like, nah, this ain't it. Like, there's something about this don't feel like this me making a good, this ain't finna, but I could have been wrong like a motherfucker though, because if I would have did it and did more and did that back then, like other rappers do, all the way up to the biggest points of their career, that shit helps them out a lot. I'm hard-headed, I'm stern, I believe in my own talent and making people famous. I believe in helping a person become a Peso or a Post Malone before I just run to Post Malone to do a song with me. Feel me? That's just my mentality.
First on camera, I do want to say, man, that and I told my homie this the other day, man, you one of the realest niggas, man, and I appreciate it. Our Instagram went down like 2 months ago, and you were the only rapper with real status that posted the Say Cheese page.
Yeah, come on. Real status, we talking about, when you saying real status, you know, it's a lot of artists that's considered viral, considered, you know what I'm saying, worldwide renowned, or they feel that they have a voice, but they not on academics without a post. They not on Say, without a payment from their record label. They not on Say Cheese. They not on all of these other vast, huge platforms. They don't have the Adam 22s and them begging for interviews and ducking them for interviews. Man, you know how fucked up I am. What I told you.
Yeah. We had a conversation.
All right, man, it's 5 years later. Hey, man, Say Cheese getting it first, or it ain't gonna be nothing. So at the end of the day, it's like a lot of artists and people, they don't have, I mean, I can't even say it's integrity for everybody. Everybody just got a different opinion about how things should go. So for me, it was more or less like, I don't respect the fact how Say Cheese help so many artists and make so many people, because I know the difference, you know what I'm saying, between the two. So when you genuinely really trying to help an artist and make the platform bigger and show people like, yo, y'all missing out on what's really going down, and y'all missing out on, like, it's a lot of artists, not just myself, it's a lot of artists and record labels that had no voice. Like, that's why I say, we started this shit together. I was a part of the beginning of this shit, of helping the voice be bigger. I had a voice already. I came in like I came in, but the world needed Say Cheese, just like the world needed the sauce and the drip. That's why I went the way it went. The world needed Say Cheese. Say Cheese is arguably bigger than XXL at this point. Arguably. Aside of a freshman list, on a day-to-day basis, the world is checking on the opinion of how people think on Say Cheese platform versus to XXL. And that's with no shade. I love XXL. I love all the platforms, because all platforms show me love. It just be mind-boggling to me when these platforms that I show the same love and loyalty that they show me don't give it in return. So when I seen you going through your situation, it wasn't even a second guess or thought. It wasn't even nothing about no. It's like the streets need Say Cheese back. The people need, the people that's trying to hear a biased opinion, the honest voice, the real news, the accurate info, not info that's criminalizing people and none of that. I'm only giving y'all what it is and what it ain't, and what y'all put out there to be given. If you don't put this out there to be given, it ain't gonna be given.
Yeah, and I do want to say, every rapper from big or small wants to be on Say Cheese now. But when the page went down, you was the only one to show up. Everybody begs to get on Say Cheese, but
then that's crazy.
That's what I was telling my homie, man. I was like, the loyalty, and this is not, I didn't ask you for it.
You ain't asked me, you ain't called me. And it wasn't like I was at that moment being extremely outrageously posted at that time, overly posted. I was barely even rapping at the time. Like, I was dripping, I was traveling, doing some other shit, but it wasn't like I'm, like, that'd be so funny to me how, because my engagement on your platform is so high. Anytime somebody from TSF drops something on Say Cheese, the engagement is so high that people feel like, oh, all you post is Sauce Walka. All you do is post TSF. Well, motherfucker don't realize, man, TSF probably ain't got to Say Cheese posted 5 months, 3 months. Not feeling no way about it, because the drip is gonna splash regardless. But in actuality, it just be funny to me how I know you be seeing those comments and stuff like that, because, oh man, they wouldn't be relevant if it wasn't for y'all. But I've been on academics and our generation and this and I've been on everybody's thing for the last. Don't do that, man. It's me. But at the end of the day, yes, Say Cheese is a staple in the statement that when these other platforms do fail, when they not there, or when they don't know about it yet, Say Cheese is there. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, y'all need that support. I never forget, no matter how big you get or I get, I never forgot the support that we need from each other. So this is the time where you need my support. This is the time where, because I know I have recreated the surface of my page. That's another thing about me. A lot of artists want to treat their Instagram as like it's their baby mama vagina. A lot of artists want to treat their Instagram like it's their secret safe deposit box. And they don't want to share it with nobody. They don't even want to share it with the artist that's investing money and spending money with them. You will see an artist go from the streets or independent artists spend their hard-earned money, their PP loan, they mama death insurance money, $50,000 to do a song with their favorite artist, and that artist don't post them on a main page social media feed. That's actually going to make the difference. It's actually going to bring the different demographics. It's actually going to bring in the numbers. It's actually going to leave the comments to where the fans can socialize and have arguments and engagement about their opinions about the artist. Artists know that. People in power know that. So they know that I could take your money, but if I just put you on the 24-hour story, you're not going to have the same impact and I'm not going to be giving away the same leverage or possibly making you a superstar overnight over one song and one great feature moment. I'm making the workload way more harder on you versus to lifting it off of a one post, because they know they strategically design or make themselves to not do that to keep themselves at a certain position, because it's still competition at the end of the day. This still is the sport. It's still like the NBA, and everybody want to be an MVP or a championship player. I'm independent, so I don't have that mentality or that stigmatism against the up and coming artists. I want them to make money off of the songs that they do with me or being posted on my platform. I want people to make millions of dollars or make more money off of the money that they invest and spend with TSL. Therefore, you can come back and spend money with another artist or me again. So in that respect, the same thing is about promoting other artists on their platform. Or artists have been rocking with you or been posting you or supporting you, liking your pictures, sending you $10,000, buying all your merch or spending the money with you on the road. It's artists that pay you to be on their tour. Hey man, I got 70 bands, man. Let me go on your tour with you. It's the bunch of different things that people do, helping a growing artist or helping a label to also help their label at the same time. And these be the moments where organic support can be shown, and they don't show that. And I seen you going through that same moment, like, damn. Everybody would love to be posted on Say Cheese. Everybody love to get their interviews. Y'all gonna see, this is the difference between me and you know this. I skip a Say Cheese interview at the peak height of momentum of Sauce Walka conversation going on the internet. When somebody else, PR team or they label's gonna tell them, you need to go get in front of those cameras and do the interviews and feed into this right now. I don't live off that hype. I am the hype. I'll make hype in 30 minutes. I can go viral right now tomorrow if I want to, negatively or positively. So I feel like because artists know that you hold that viral power, and when they not in a position to be in control of it or have leverage over it, because in the beginning, it's like when you a 30, 40, 50,000 subscriber platform of a blog site, the leverage is not the same. So you're going to get way more posts, way more feedbacks in the DM. It's going to be way more lucrative. Let's do a pop-up together. Let's do this and that together. It's people are way more easier to work with when they feel like your platform is not that big, where you feel like you got something to hold over me. But once you get to that certain level and people don't feel like we don't got that same level of relationship, or I don't got that same favoritism from you, if you lose your position or you lose your position of power, I'm going to do what I can to make sure that you are out of sight and out of mind, respectfully, not disrespectfully. I ain't going to go against you. I'm not going to beef against you. But at the end of the day, I don't mind your page not being up right now, because it gives more attention and more audience and more eyes back on my page, versus to feeling like if your network is up and going, even though you ESPN and I'm TNT in the NBA, even though when it's an NBA game going on TNT, they're still going to inform you that the next game is coming on ESPN. They're still going to let the commercials and cross-promote. They're still going to have cross-promotion that still allow both audiences to know, hey, stay tuned into everything we got going on. Most artists in today's age of being celebrities and superstars, especially with social media platforms, do not want to share their main page platform with another up-and-coming artist or a company unless they feel like they extremely paid for it or they getting some super duper benefits or leverage or value. And certain people, if business is business, certain people deserve to be in that space and in that spectrum. But at least for me, I feel like a lot of artists of the generation that came up with Say Cheese, you can't do Say Cheese like that. We came up with you. You know what I'm saying? People should value the voice and the ability that they have by having a platform so powerful right around the corner from us. Whether if you from Texas or you from Florida or you from anywhere in the southern region, even if you in an East Coast area that's close to your hometowns, people know if I stay tapped in with their network and pay attention to the media and the information that they put out, I can go down there and involve myself or send the right DM or make the right comment or travel to the right event that they host or they hold, and I'm gonna meet these people and I'm gonna be able to get in the midst of it. You can't guarantee yourself that with a lot of these huge platforms around the world, especially if you're not from their backyard.
Now, a few days after that, your Instagram went down. I hit up your management. I was like, yo, because you shouted me out. So I'm like, yo, tell Sauce Walka to make a new page so we can shout him out. And we never seen a new Sauce Walka page. But what I can say, I've never seen a rapper so active with no Instagram. Because a lot of times Instagram's going and niggas, you can't see them. You, man, you with Kanye, you doing all type of shit. How are you doing this, man, with no Instagram?
Because I'm already the drip guard. That's what I'm saying. Like, they thinking that they can stop me or stop my voice or stop the love or the audience that I have. My audience is solidified. Like, my fan base not going nowhere. Then you have to understand my fan base is not only a fan base of my own. I got 42 signed artists to TSF. 42 artists. And of my 42 artists that signed to TSF, 15 of them are streaming well. I'm not gonna say every single artist is streaming to the same magnitude as signed artists, but I got at least 15 artists that's in the same streaming realm or exceeding the streaming of larger artists or artists that are signed to major record labels. So at the end of the day, it's like, I got their pages, I got their platforms. And not only do I have that, now that my fans not getting to see me on social media, they miss me and they looking for me even more. People don't realize what they lost until it's gone. So now, you know, on YouTube, my YouTube subscribers and views is going way up, and people watching even though, like, that was another testament that a lot of people thought that I wasn't gonna be able to prove or conquer the show. Like, after me helping World Star rekindle their fire and work with World Star and them helping me and TSF, you know, bring more artists to the forefront. That's why I was working with World Star for as long as I was working with them, because that's family over there. And the same way I feel about them is how I feel about you. Like, I feel like we all went through highs and lows together. So at the end of the day, it's like, okay, boom. When I made the decision to just drop videos on my channel because people thought we couldn't do it, it wasn't necessarily because I felt like I had to stop using World Star. They was obsolete and none of that shit. It got to a point where people started to feel like, oh yeah, but y'all not getting a million views on y'all own YouTube channel, y'all own YouTube subscription. And I never really used my own YouTube throughout my whole career. I only used that shit for like vlogs and shit. I didn't really, again, I'm independent coming from the streets. I'm just looking at shit differently. Like, I'm just trying to use different independent advantages to create the momentum for my record label to suffice or substitute signing a deal. And that's what I did. So with that being said, it was like, oh, okay, boom. These niggas think a nigga ain't still one of the hottest rappers or the hottest movement independent record label in the rap game, still one of the hottest rappers in Texas every year. You couldn't drop, it's so funny, like, you couldn't drop a list a year and not have me in the top 5. It don't make sense. No matter if I ain't dropped the album in a year. I went on a year and a half, almost 2 years streak that I didn't even drop an album. And I was still the most, I probably was hotter and more of a relevant artist during the years that I didn't drop music than I was when I dropped music. So at the end of the day, it's like, oh, okay, let me convert, before my Instagram page went down, let me convert all this attention to our YouTube page and give our fans somewhere where they can socialize with each other and chill with each other and just have a place where they can go watch our shit and just be true TSF fans and just enjoy TSF all day. So I started pumping Sauce That TV again. Like when I first came out, I probably had like 60,000 subscribers on there. Now I got 102,000 subscribers in 60 days. That's a lot. On YouTube, to gain 40,000 subscribers in a month since I come from New York. Basically I'll probably say like a month before New York. Maybe a month before New York. Yeah, so like a 4 to 5 month span. 4 to 5 months, we went from 60 to 100. And now we 102. I got my YouTube plaque on the way. I never tried. So that means if I would have been putting all these years into YouTube, I'd have millions of followers, million subscribers on YouTube the same way I have on Instagram. I just fell in so much love with Instagram and made so much money from Instagram. And like I said, I'm not a person that treat my Instagram like my girlfriend. So I don't mind sharing my Instagram. I don't mind helping other companies or other platforms or other artists get the same look or the same exposure as me and my record label was getting, me and my company. I feel like I strengthen relationships amongst myself and other people doing that. So that's why
Why haven't you started a new one yet?
Cause I feel like that's giving up. I feel like, for number one, I feel like everybody get their Instagrams back, so I should get my Instagram back. Cause I obviously didn't do the top tier violations that get you off of Instagram, like hate crimes and sexual content and all that. I always kept a cap on that. I never really allowed myself to get too out of hand or just posting just outlandish, frivolous, freaky shit on the internet just because I make millions of dollars from the OnlyFans platform. I never overdid it, you know what I mean? So, and I got away from that in the last 4-5 months recently anyway, because I've been focusing more on TSF, the label, and the company, and recording music and dropping my artists and shit like that. So if I had any violations from that, which I don't even believe I do, them like some super duper old violations. So the shit I got really removed off Instagram for some bullshit. It only happened when Meta, the new company that Facebook is owned by now and all that, when they changed all of those rules and they made Instagram go from R to PG-13, that's when my page was easily to be compromised and deleted, because now regular comments that wasn't a violation is a violation now. I got one of the violations that I got threatened for my page to be removed for was me reposting a fan listening to my song in their car, and the caption that they put on the top of the story video was "This hoe hard," like saying "This hoe hard, this song is hard, this hoe hard." Delete. Your page is at risk. Your page is at risk of being deleted. Blah 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 blah. Can I have that water, please? So that shit was just. It was just some scary to me. It was just weird and mind-boggling. Like it's like y'all finally got me, because there's so many people that are my haters that can't stand my presence on social media. They can't stand the fact that I make it hard. I make it hard. Like when the promise happened with the deal is real. Me just showing the world this is how you can put your team on and help your brothers and help people in your record label generate money. But you got to take a little sacrifice yourself and be selfless for you making less money or not making no money at all for your artists to make money. And from the time of me doing the deal is real, look how many sign or platinum selling artists start doing the deal is real sequence after they seen me and TSF do it.
Oh yeah, before your IG got deleted, I started noticing you start doing like commercials and different things like that, and for brands. And
Good Lord, that way got fucked up. Hey man, I'm gonna tell you like this.
Hey, wait.
That when it got real.
Yeah, I don't like the pocket watch, but
you skipped a couple years. Yeah, go on talk about it, nigga. You seen that money, nigga? Go on talk about it. Go on talk about it. Shit, I just picked up a little game, I talk to the record labels, I talk to the blogs, I talk to, I had Forever 21 and Fashion Over men send me a promotion offer package for posting how much money they'll pay me for Instagram posts. And I started thinking to myself, this makes a little sense. Y'all willing to offer 5 and 6 figures for this? Well, damn, I could have swore last time I checked my Instagram analytics and engagement, I was getting 40 and 50 million engagements every week. Every 7 days, my shit is at 40 million, 20 million, 15 million, 35 million. Oh, I'm seeing these girls and people posting this on their story talking about the ad for promo. I got you for $500, $1,000. Oh, I thought to myself, well, y'all trying to do this for little Pat and little Kiki and Tisha and little Dodo the rapper and Pooh Lively. And the rest of the new artists is coming out, you know what I'm saying? Big 50, big 75, and the rest of every new rapper y'all trying to copy. Okay, why don't I take this to a real estate agent? Why don't I take this to a tax restoration company? Why don't I take this to a credit repairing company? Why don't I take this to a couple fashion companies and clothing stores that understands business, that understands marketing, that understands investment, ROI, that understands the return of investment. They understand ROI, they understand projected numbers of if I make an investment today, in the next 90-day period to the next 120-day period, I will accumulate this many finances from this many new sources because I advertise my product on a different stage that nobody knows me on this stage. So by me understanding those numbers and that demographic, I started looking at myself as a billboard and said, okay, well, how about instead of me running around on the internet saying, ooh, we Sauce Walka new video and peso and Rizzo, how about I tell them about your store for 300,000. And a lot of them agreed with it, and it started for me doing commercials for a car lot. Oh man, we want a commercial for put us on your main page and tell everybody to come buy car smell. Okay, give me $45,000 and I'll put it on my main page and I'll leave it there. I ain't deleting shit. I ain't gonna delete it. I'm gonna leave it right there, front page, right next to my good video, right when drop One World Star, right when new video. Oh yeah, Jay-Z just dropped me shit. Oh yeah, this nigga just posted me. Yeah, nigga, I'm going viral, diamond in my face. You wanna be right next to the diamond in the face post? You wanna be right next to that motherfucker? I got you. What you do? You do cryptocurrency? Oh, you in the blockchains? You want me to go tell them? Oh, okay, check this out right here. Give me 100 bands. Give me 50,000 in crypto and give me 50,000 cash and let's see how it goes. I'm gonna tell everybody about you for the next for the next 2 months. And it just like the rap shit. It went from like how rappers see me rapping with this person and this person. Like, damn, I want to rap with him. I want that post. I want that feature. Now it's businesses. Now it's companies. Now it's beauticians and people that got restaurants and shit. Ooh, I need Sauce Walka to come in my store. Okay, well, Sauce Walka, we got furniture. I'm gonna give you 5 beds, 3 couches, and free mattresses for life, and 15,000. I just can't give you the 40,000. I don't want to spend that much money, but I'm gonna give you you can have my whole store. Oh, come to my clothes store. Oh man, I'm gonna give you V-Long, bathe the neighbor. I ain't tripping about that water splashing, baby. I'm splashing. We ain't tripping about no water splashing. This is my house. We ain't don't know about the rule. I know you see these walls painted up in here. Motherfucker, there ain't no rental. There ain't no Airbnb. We ain't in no studio. This ain't the regular Sean Cotton interview. We got Maybach outside, GT63 outside, 2021. It's like, matter of fact, every car outside same year there. Every car outside 1 year old. Every car outside 1 year old. GT63 2021. Maybach 2022. I think it is 2021. What I'm just 6 months years old. Escalade 2021. Huh?
Hey, do you
newborns?
Do you think you cleared $1 million off Instagram?
$1 million or $1 billion?
I said $1 million. Do you think you cleared $1 million?
What? Bro, I'm so Hey, bro, listen. Are you familiar with my boy Big Trill from the internet?
Yeah.
Man, I made $4 million with Big Trill. My half, 50%, my half for the Instagram promotion of Big Trill Entertainment, $4 million. worldwide. You know what I'm saying? From connecting the dots between artists, celebrities, and companies through social media.
Yeah, we talked about that before.
You already know. So
Yeah,
let's just throw that over there. That's on the big trio side. You know what I mean? That's just me working with celebrity artists and working with up and coming artists. We generated millions of dollars off posts and reposts off that. Okay, then we got the marketing and advertisement. In the last 2 years, you probably have seen me do what? 40 commercials? Maybe 30 to 40 commercials on my page. I've never done a commercial for less than 40, 30. Without no physical incentives, meaning like you giving me clothes, cash, cars, something along with the promotion, I'm getting at least 25,000. That's the bare minimum. 25,000. The most 100, 150, 300,000 for the year. You know what I'm saying? I was getting paid even the electric scooter post in New York. That's when I first would start getting and put it together. I got paid $35,000 for that post just to make the post on the internet. And we was supposed to be closing the deal and bringing the store to Houston, but they ended up having some lawsuits amongst themselves within the company. Friends within that company end up becoming enemies and splitting ways and so on and so forth. But I remembered the game. I remembered the strategy that I implemented. And it was like, oh, damn, okay. These companies want to be known just like these artists want to be known. These lawyers want to be known just like these artists want to be known. These 18-wheeler trucking companies that's giving out CDL licensing contracts, they want the world to know, hey, if you a convicted felon or you got a great driver's license and a CDL, I got a job for you. I got a truck and everything. But it's the action of exchanging and transferring that information to the seller or to the buyer or to the user or to the consumer. And I devised a strategy of delivering that message to the consumer. So once I started doing product consumption and I started now I'm showing the same number. It's just like with record labels. People try to get bigger deals by doing what? Showing their numbers, showing their analytics, showing their streaming, showing their ticket sales. Now I can show that I increased 1,500% of sales for this company. I have took Mike the Credit Champ from Dallas. I took Mike the Credit Champ page from a 60,000 follower account to a 300,000 follower account, blue check verified, and a multi-million-dollar company of tax repair, of repairing taxes. And he was fresh out the feds with just a dollar in the drain. So many different companies, you know what I'm saying, that I plugged in and helped through my social media, making millions off of that shit was like by accident. Like I probably was that's why I was able to buy so many cars and buy so much shit outside of everything else I got in life. Every millionaire got 8 sources of income. I was able to turn my Instagram into 12 sources of income.
Now look, your Instagram's down now. Like we spoke before, I'm gonna reach out to a few of my people, but your Instagram's down now. Are you noted? Like how is life now? Like because the Instagram money is on hold right now.
Yeah, to an extent. For number one, it's definitely a difference. I got way more idle time on my hands right now that I'm just trying to fill up with other things. But financially, I have so many sources of income. I got so many different revenues and ways that I make money from so many different people. And I've already created such a vast network of streaming and view count that, bro, I could be locked in a closet for 2 years and I'm gonna come out with a fresh $3 million, $2 million. I can go to jail for 3-4 years and I'm gonna still come out to XYZ amount of millions of dollars because I own 100% of all of the streaming that comes to me and my record label, and that gets divvied out between all of my artists. Peso don't gotta call me and ask me for his check. Peso get paid a fat ass check every month his entire career. Peso is getting a 5 to 6 figure check every month. He don't gotta do no shows. Rizzo ain't gotta do no shows. Sosa Man ain't gotta do no shows. If a nigga in TSF don't wanna do no shows, don't wanna do no features, don't wanna do no touring, they can still live a extremely successful and well set out expensive lifestyle just off of the business structure that's set up for the streaming of TSF. You just gotta work. So financially, I always have that. It's like I always got that lottery ticket set up for me and everybody that signed to TSF. Every 30 days, TSF accumulates one big ass number from all the views, all the streams, all the Instagram, everything is one big ass number of money that get accumulated. And then on the 26th or 25th of every month, everybody get paid. And I get paid 2 times. Cause I'm a rapper and a CEO. Excuse me. Pardon me. So I'm getting paid 1 time times 42. And I'm getting paid 1 time off of one badass sauce walker. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? That should just be landing. But aside of that, I made other good business endeavors and business, you know what I'm saying, investments. And I made so much money off of Instagram marketing and promotion and OnlyFans. That's a whole different fucking.
All right. So you went on Instagram last year and you announced that you stopped sipping lean. And I know how that goes. I know how you rappers do that. Y'all come out, y'all say y'all stop sipping lean,
right?
And then 6 months later, y'all sipping lean again,
right? Most rappers don't make it 6 months though. Most rappers don't make it to no 6 months nothing. I said most rappers don't make it to a 6 month mark of being clean.
They don't make it to 6 months. They probably start again 6 days later.
Right.
So what's the update with you know the lean in Sauce Walker?
Okay, I was clean after that post for like. I think it was like 11 months, like right at a year, like right before a year, right at a year, I was clean, you know what I'm saying? And if people that's within the drink sipping community, they're gonna know what I'm talking about when I say this. When I quit sipping drink, the only drink that was on the market at the time was Walka and Quagan. Our favorite drink of some of the high tier sippers like myself, which is red, that was taken off of the market. Come here, which one come? My little beautiful dog, like she wanted to get in the interview. But the most expensive, the drink that I liked to sip for number one was already taken off the market. Red, High Tech Red or Acorn Red, that was taken off the market. So I was already forced to drink a type of syrup that I don't like. I'm not the type of drug addict that other people are or that people may perceive or think that I am. I only do 2 drugs in my life. I've never been drunk in my life. I've never drunk a cup of Hennessy, a cup of Moscato. I never gave a bitch Henny dick. I've never been drunk in my life. You see what I'm saying? I've never popped no pills. Only pill I ever popped in my whole life was a handlebar when my brother Mario died. When my brother Mario was murdered, I popped handlebars for a week. And then it was over. I had a squabble with a nigga over stealing one of my partner's guns. And I damn near lost the fight because I was on handlebars. I hated it. Like, that's the type of person I am. If a drug puts me in a point where I'm incoherent and I can't be who I am, I don't want to fuck with it. Drake can't do that to me. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Drake is something. I've been sipping syrup is the first drug I ever did in my life. I was in 1999 when I was 9 years old. That's the first controlled substance that ever entered my body. You know what I'm saying? I knew what sipping drink was, and I was past cups because I was a little kid in the dope highs, or I was a little kid at the spot that would be freestyling. I got the Southside fade, and they turning the beats on, screwed up beats on. I'm rapping. I'ma come down, pop chunks around. It's the little walking. I'm from that age time. All of that shit, they love that shit. So yeah, man, nigga, put a cup in your hand, put the glasses on, nigga. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All that shit was installed in me young. So sipping drink to me wasn't a drug. It was a part of my culture and lifestyle, something I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like being from California. You damn near supposed to be a blood or a crip. When you born in certain places, it just come with the territory. So, when that drink was taken away, then I was forced to sip bullshit drink that I don't like sipping anyway. So that it threw off the time schedule of the amount and how I was sipping it.
And we're talking about activists.
No, we're talking about Acorn Red. We're talking about red, the color red, blood, red, rojo. We're talking about red. Nigga know what I'm talking about. This was me in the drink community. You ain't got to worry about this, Sean Conn. They know exactly where I'm at. When Acorn got took out the streets, when High Tech got took out the streets, we already done lost activists. That was the first wave. This is like another one of those. But for me, it's worse because this is what I liked it. You feel me? So when they splashed that off the forefront, now I'm not drinking correctly like I usually be drinking anyway because I don't even like the shit that I'm drinking. I'm not a fan of white or quaking as much as I am of red. So I would drink heavy and then I would not drink. So what happened was I ended up drinking very heavy one day, like a 12. That's damn near a whole bottle. I was with my friends. It was like we was having a great night, players ball. We just dripped out, boom. We dunk a 12 in a small soda that wasn't even meant for the 1 liter. We put a 12 in a 1 liter. That's like outrageous shit. Like we poured 30s in gallons. We poured 2 bottles, a full 2 bottles in a 1 gallon. 1 gallon. You take a gallon of water, a gallon of juice, pour a whole gallon of juice out, pour 2 bottles of syrup up in there. Like that, you put a soda up in there. Yeah, that's some whole other sipping. Them $15,000, $20,000 soda cups. Yeah, some whole other shit. Motherfuckers ain't $7,500 sodas and shit. That shit was different what I was doing when I sipped like that. So my body rejected it for the first time. I've never had a withdrawal before. That's another thing like me. I'm a weird, special type of person. My body just different from everybody else. And so the average person that does syrup or drink a lot of syrup or heavy on opiates or like Percocets, pills and all that, drink is a form of that. Drink is not that, but they in the same municipal family. They in the same family of medicine. You know what I'm saying? It's all surround opioids and heroin, all of those shit, different watered down forms of it combined into either in a liquid form or a pill form. So with that being said, my body got mad because I didn't drink for 2-3 days. So my body started having withdrawals when I never had that before. And it was a very extreme pain and sickness that I'm not familiar with. I'm not used to that. I don't catch it. Like I've never had COVID and this disease, and I'm just a different person. I'm immune to a lot of normal shit that the average person has experienced health wise. I'm not allergic to shit. I'm just different. So with that being said, like that was a very detrimental feeling for me. Like, what the fuck? Like I said, it's like being drunk and you can't drive or I can't fight, pissing on myself. That's lame. That's some peon shit. I don't respect nothing about that. Oh, I got so drunk, bro. I pissed on myself. I threw up. If I threw up on the bitch, that's lame to me. That's some whack ass shit. I don't respect that. Getting high on handlebars and losing shit. If a drug make me lose shit or forget the night I had before, I don't want to do it. You see what I'm saying? So, like, I always weighed out the drugs that I did. That's why I wouldn't do a cocaine or ecstasy pill. I never popped the ecstasy pill. I wouldn't do that shit because when I weighed out what it did to people, it doesn't make sense. And my mama's a real dope fiend. My mama real crackhead, heroin, hard, meth, weed, liquor, whatever you could think of. My mama done that, been there, done that. Spoons every motherfucking frosted flake. Applejack spoon in my damn kitchen had burn marks on that bitch for mama frying that motherfucker up. So that's all I knew, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, my addictive nature was different. So when I had that withdrawal shit and I'm throwing up and I'm having seizures and I'm got my daughter in my hand and I'm shaking with her. I so lame man, she can't eat. I'm naked on the floor, rolled up. Oh yeah, this some peon shit. This how dope fiends feel. I've been to jail many a times after having a heavy drinking habit, and I still never experienced these things. When I hear a nigga in the room in a cell 3 cells over screaming because he coming down off pills or he coming down off of whatever drug, his hard drug he on, I never experienced that before. So when my body went through that, I wasn't fucking with that at all. And I felt like less powerful, less like I don't control myself or some shit, like some lame ass shit. That's ungodly. So that is what motivated me. Plus the fact I'm already sipping some shit that I don't want to sip because I don't sip drink necessarily to get high. I sip it for the taste. I sip it for the ambience and the lifestyle and the crowd that follow suits with sip and serve. The methodical religion and way of lifestyle that comes behind sip and serve. That's what I really sip serve for, and the taste of it. That's why if you want to just sip serve and get high, it's the $20 and $30 and $40 serve you can sip all day and get high as hell. You just drinking some bullshit though, but you're gonna get way high. You fuck around, go sleep fast and get high, and you spend all that expensive money on the expensive shit. The expensive shit just tastes good. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, they took away the shit that I really like to drink, and it did something to my body that I just really didn't fuck with and agree with, so I quit. That's why I was so stern and for real live on social media. You didn't see Sauce Walka with no cups. You don't see it in my videos. I stopped rapping about it. You're not seeing them mysteriously pop up in the interview or way in the back with somebody recording a video shoot and Sauce Walka in the back and ain't no cups. I really stopped sipping. But I stopped sipping for so long, I just got, and they brought red back. So it's two excuses. It's still relapsing. It's still doing drugs again, but I didn't quit drugs because it was fucking up my life. I quit drugs because it made me feel a certain type of way that I don't like to feel about myself. It's like losing a leg. Now you can't walk. Why can I not walk now? What did I do to lose my leg? Riding a bike or riding a motorcycle? Why the fuck am I riding motorcycles then? That was dumb. It was like one of those moves, like, damn, me riding a bike that made me walk around with one leg. I don't like feeling crippled. So that right there is what really motivated me to stop sipping and sip and drink for the amount of time that I sip it. I stopped drinking, and then it was easier to do it because the type of drink that I like was discontinued. So a lot of people was inspired by that, and a lot of people was moved by it and was telling me and reaching out to me and telling me how I inspired them to quit and get healthy. And you know, Rizzo quit. He quit drugs for a certain, like he quit doing all the extra drugs and eating shit that he was doing, like the pills and drink, and he got healthy. A lot of my partners are getting in the gym. Like we started changing, and you know, it's different money that come with that too. But I got bored when after a while, it's like smoking weed it was like I got to a point where I was gonna have to stop smoking weed too. Basically, that's what long story short, it was a combination of they brought the red drink back and smoking weed without sipping drink with it. It just doesn't, it's not the same experience. Your mouth, smoking weed gets you what? Cotton mouth. Smoking weed makes you what? Dehydrated. Smoking weed does what? Make your mouth dry and smell like weed. Or you smoking these big heavy gusts of smoking backwoods in your mouth without no appealing moisture beverage going on with it. Water right behind some fat ass backwoods, your water might taste like weed and tar. It don't taste like a fresh glass of water because you smoking all this weed and all these chemicals in this weed or whatever the fuck make weed. But that drink makes it just like peanut butter and jelly. You know what I'm saying? Just you feel me? It complements each other very well. So it's like my brain started to trick itself like, okay, maybe your body can take it again. Your body can take sip and drink again, and you ain't gonna. Cause I went so long. I went a 10-year span up, bro. I probably didn't spend $7-8 million on sip and serve, real life, bro. Any nigga that really sip serve know how expensive this shit is. I don't give a fuck if you sell it or inhale it. Anybody who really sip serve and you sipping that shit year round, you spent more than 6 figures on it. Or you ain't drinking. It's impossible to drink this substance and not spend 6 figures on it if you drinking it. And if you rich and you drinking it, you spending 7 figures on it. So I'm saying. So that what made me quit.
Do you ever sit back and like, yo, I could own?
That's why I started buying so many cars. That's why I started buying so much. Like I've been buying jewelry, but reason why I got 13 cars, because I started realizing like, damn, I spent $100,000 on drink this month. Like it'll be 1 month, I spent $150 on serve, $150,000, $200,000 on serve. I spent 200 bands on drink. This is something that I'm pissing. I'm spending all this money on something that goes into my body, turns into liquid waste, and then I pee it out. I'm literally drinking money. I'm drinking money. This is fucking retarded. So when I start coming to realization, like, damn, I just drunk a Maybach. I just drunk a Rolls Royce. I just drunk a S550. I could have spent that money these last 2 weeks on drink. I could have spent that on a car I want that I really, really like. I could have 3 more cars if I just slow down on sipping drink, or if I fell back from spending my money on this, because I don't gamble. I don't have frivolous things that I waste my money on outside of getting high and buying clothes and jewelry and shit. That's an investment. That's like buying more real estate or buying more product to sell. There's more advertisement, more marketing to the business in which I am in. That's just like me living in these extravagant households and having these walls and all this setting that I have, because it feeds into the lifestyle and the person that I am and the image that I'm giving off to my audience, and that you can be an adult and still live like a rich ass kid and be responsible. So it was like, you know what I'm saying? It was just crazy to me when I started realizing, like, damn, I could have bought a business with this. I could have bought some houses with the money I spent on drink. So I just like, okay, I bet. I gotta quit. I gotta stop. Or I gotta slow down. The money I just made a large amount of money. I know right now I'm gonna go to the drink house. If I don't go to the drink house, or if I don't go to the car lot or to the jewelry store, go buy something that's big or go make an investment, this money is gonna sit up. And where I keep my money saved, this money gonna sit up in my pocket, and it's gonna burn a hole. I'm gonna get bored with it, and I got all the clothes I want. It like you get to a point of being rich with sipping drink to where you don't got nothing else to buy but drink. You got the clothes you want, you got the cars you want, you got the house. You know what I'm saying? It's like how they said cocaine was a rich man drug, is the richest man drug. No, drink is the rich man drug now. Syrup is the rich man drug of America now. No, man, ain't nothing on earth costing the user the amount of money that drink costs people. A crackhead ain't spent $6 million on his drug habit. A crackhead ain't spent $800,000 on his drug habit. Not him himself. It's 800,000 people spending $50 on crack. That's the difference.
So you also went on Instagram. You announced that you have a baby on the way. Congratulations.
Appreciate that.
Would you want to say your girl, business partner? How do you? I don't want to, I don't want to cause no disrespect. Your girl, right?
Man, the bitch can be everything under the sun as long as we making the fun. Business partner, not my girlfriend. Anything but the girlfriend. I don't have girlfriends. That's against my religion. I don't believe in that. But that's my bitch. I'm her man. She one of the women in my life. You know what I'm saying? But we business partners. We business partners, of course.
When you announced it, there were a lot of people who had their opinions. Bloggers was coming out. People were saying that, your P card is revoked, you're tricking, and all types of wild shit that was coming out when you made this announcement.
Which makes no sense under the world. But we here to explain that. You want to know my intake on that?
Yeah, just all you. You got the floor.
This definitely had a short-winded answer right here.
You got the floor.
Okay, well, for number one, let's bring this back to what you originally said, a business relationship and making a business decision of not only recreating life with somebody, but living life with somebody and being with somebody. Okay, so if you say cheese is your business. Say Cheese is something that you invested in. You started it from nothing, from a page with 0 followers, just like an ugly bitch. A bitch that her body wasn't done. She didn't have no platform. She wasn't this big famous model that all of these people, household name, all of these girls idolize and want to be like. It was just a beginning stage and platform. Now you had vision, you were a visionary, you believed in something, you had foresight, and you was able to see the ending result of somebody's potential before they was able to reach that point. You supposed to put all of these years of investment into this woman, into this person, make millions of dollars off this person, and then make this person into $1 million business company, make it into a multifaceted money generating item. and then you just let that motherfucker go to the next motherfucker that you created. So you're gonna just let your business go. You're gonna let your business go and not replenish, not recreate, not expand from this business, not solidify more brackets and more tiers from this company that you're in. Like how you said, if I have a main source page, Say Cheese TV, why would I not have Say Cheese Digital? If I'm LeBron James, why would I not make a LeBron James Jr.? The difference is everybody don't have the ability to be LeBron James, to be Lil Wayne, and say, I'm making 5 Lil Waynes and everybody gonna deal with it. I'm making 5, 6 LeBron Jameses from every different race and everybody gonna be okay with it. Because they live up under lies. They have to lie to the women that they with. They lie and sneak. That's the trick. You got to sneak and cheat, and you got to have a different phone and turn your screen color down all the way down so she can't see your text messages and all that old gay ass shit. She going through your phone, knocking on your door. You can't like girls' pictures on Instagram. You can't send girls DMs. I don't live like that. You feel what I'm saying? And let me say this too as well about my personal situation. People think because I come from where I come from in the game that I'm in, that I'm at the lower level tier of people that they reference to being from the same line of work that I come from. Meaning like is that people feel like, let's use cookies for example. Let's use Burner and cookies for example. Cookies and Burner is world renowned and looked at as not only one of the greatest businessmen in our generation, but the greatest weed grower, weed cropper, and weed businessman who's turned municipal marijuana and the legalization of selling drugs, the same drugs that put people in the feds, the same drugs that got people RICO cases, the same drugs that got people whole families destroyed, people murdered and killed, the same weed that's legal in some states that still get you 45 years in the federal penitentiary in another state, just because he's from somewhere that legalized it, or because the playing field and the platform optimized and evolved to where I can sell my weed legally. Now, does this make him not a trapper anymore? We trapping the same weed. You selling the same item that I'm selling. I've just found or created or so happen to be from or in a place where I can do it better than you, more legally than you, or more loud and abroad than you, and I can generate more income. I can take an illegal hustle and make it a legal business now, because the way that the world has changed, that makes you more of you sold more pounds than Burner now, because you selling the pounds on your neighborhood street at your grandma's house. And he used to sell pounds the same way. And he used to be in the same grow places and doing the same process that you went through to sell your pounds, what he used to have to do. But now he got 25 to 50 store locations all around America that's making millions and millions of dollars off of legally selling the same thing you selling in your living room. You are more of a trapper than him, or it makes him, he's not a trapper anymore. He's not a weed salesman anymore. He's not in the weed industry. He's not in the weed game. He's not a street rapper. He's not a street weed. He's not a street nigga no more. No, of course he is. That makes absolutely no fucking sense. It only makes sense in the opinion of an idiot who wants to put a spectrum, a falsified rule book on a source of making money, of income that comes out the streets that so happens to turn into something legal, something bigger than what it was. So now a motherfucker feel like, damn, you're not doing it the way we did it. You ain't doing it how it was done. You ain't doing, even though a motherfucker started right there. Everybody started in the same place, doing it the same way. But it doesn't.
Was it planned? Did you and Bambi plan this, or you just slipped up one night?
Who? With the baby shit?
Yeah.
Man, hey, man, if somebody stayed with me for 5, 6 years and made me, bro, you know how much money I done made just off of Bambi by herself? You know the taxes I pay on Bambi by herself? You want to know the taxes I pay on Bambi? Bambi taxes $1.2 million, 2 years in a row. I don't know if y'all understand I don't know if you understand in business terms how much money you have to accumulate from someone to pay 1.2 million in taxes 2 years in a row. Like a lot of the shit I can't even be saying. Shit, like I try to dumb it down. I try to dumb down the numbers and dumb down shit. You feel me? So it don't be too overwhelming what I've actually done. You know what I mean? Because motherfucker don't understand, like on Instagram, you have the ability to have how many pages on Instagram? What? As many you want, right? But Instagram doesn't pay you for every like and every follower. So let's say I had 6 pages that I'm in control of that got 6 models, 6 different users that have 4 different accounts apiece. We just made 6 people, 24 people. And every like, every view, every download is accounted for by USD. Legally. Hey man, make it make sense to me. Just make it make sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
No, I just want to know, like, did y'all?
Am I supposed to? Hold on. I want to say one more thing about this. So, if you in a position, because see, this what the thing about this is. The real thing about being a real player, a real leader, and is the fact of you not living in a lie. You living in a position of leadership and telling the truth and making everybody accept the truth and work together with the truth. That's the difference. Any girl that's in my life is friends with the next girl. You just seen them take pictures together. They could be mad at each other this week. Everybody friends. Everybody, we all business partners. Everybody is models up under my modeling agency at this point, including myself. Because that's legally what this world and what this game has become. And you a damn fool if you have the ability to do something that you was doing in the streets the same way you was doing it, but make it legal and make the same money, if not so much more, to take care of it. Because the thing about doing things in the streets is to do what? To take care of your family. To be able to take care of yourself, take care of your family, to provide a better way, to create business, to create opportunity, to invest in other things. And that's what I was able to do that from nothing. And what people think that you're supposed to do is make all of these different people businesses and make them make money and get them to a certain point and just take. You just absorb all of this money and all of these years from all these people, and then you just kick them off and send them on by their way because, oh, you old now. You too old to be my bitch now. You've been with me too long. She never did nothing wrong. She never did nothing. I don't want to fuck with you. I want to be with you no more. Going on. I'm gonna start you a nail shop. I'm gonna start you a barber shop. I'm gonna start you a beauty supply and never see you again. But I'm gonna go find me. Now these 3-4 people that been in my life and been loyal to me for 5-10 years. I'm gonna let y'all go because I'm tired. Y'all old and this time is up. We all made money. I'm gonna shake hands with you. Yeah, you go fall in love with this nigga. You go be with this nigga, that nigga. And I'm gonna go, or y'all just go run off and go live your life, and I'm gonna go find me a woman to love me, and I'm gonna be with her, and I'm gonna get her pregnant with all my money I made off everybody. That's the way. I'm gonna take all the money and all the years of hard work and dedication that everybody put in the honesty and believing in what I got going on. I'm gonna put all that and sacrifice that and throw it all away for what people saying is the correct way to do it, and then go have children with a woman that put no time and no investment and no understanding, no sacrifices into this way of living and understanding. How does that make sense? Why would I give away all of the time, hard work, sweat, dedication, blood, sweat, and tears, and millions of dollars and belief and sacrifice that people put into me to give it away to somebody else because she cute, she cook good, because she turned my Netflix on and rubbed my feet. Hey man, I'm getting away more than Netflix and feet around my track meet. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It just funny to me. It's just funny to me how at the end of the day, when somebody see that they can't do something and make the amount of money and success the way you doing and the way you did it, they're gonna have something to hate and say about it. But at the end of the day, that's why all of these niggas is on child support. And that's why Sauce Walka ain't never been on child support. Make sure you put this in the interview. That's why all of you so-called P's and D-boys and drug dealers, Shamika, Quatisha, Angelifa, even some of y'all Stacey's and Amy's got all you niggas on child support because all you niggas was free fucking and having sex with another girl for free behind her back and she ain't know nothing about it. You never brought the money or the food or the every time she used your car, you use this other girl car because the girl you was having sex with and live with, she ain't have a car. You ain't never let her use her car. You ain't never let them meet together and say, you know what? Why don't y'all just share this car and everybody go to work together? I'm gonna drop you off in Shipley's and you drop me off in Saltgrass and I'm gonna meet y'all at the end of the night. They ain't doing that. So guess what? Shamika is to Keisha, her heart broken. She feel betrayed and she feel lied to and she want to fuck your best friend and put you on child support for 25 years until your son out of college. Hey, how you paying all the money? Because you wasn't a man about it. It's the difference with me. Everybody know what I'm going to do, when I'm finna do it, before I do it, and anything that I want to do. Can't nobody tell me about how I do it, when I want to do it. It's my shit. I do what I want to do. I can have 6 kids right now. I bet you every kid, hey man, this is what I understand. How motherfucker have kids and how motherfucker have a child and put their whole entire life to try to make this kid an NFL athlete, or you trying to relive your dreams that you didn't get to make it through your child. I don't want to do it that way. I'm not trying to get rich off my kid. My kid coming in rich. Cause I made every one of their mamas rich. Your mama couldn't be my mama if we didn't make no monumental money and business moves together and everybody friends at the picnic. It just ain't gonna happen, Captain. You know what I'm saying? And that's some real player shit. The real player shit, you can have a dinner and all of the women that love you, every woman house that you went and spent the night and slept at, and she washing your clothes and you left this car. Yeah. Everybody at the birthday dinner, everybody got gifts. That's my life. Everybody happy to see each other. Even if we've been arguing for 6 weeks, guess what? We all one big happy family. It's a difference. I ain't living no lie. Rappers living lies. I ain't living a lie. Everybody gonna be cool. Everybody gonna be with what I'm with, but ain't gonna be a part of what I'm with. That's just what's going on. But at the end of the day, I don't care about nobody's opinion about what I got going on, because that's another thing too. Like, also this gotta be said. The game is changing and evolve. I'm not at the lower tier level of the game that dudes is at. I don't sell crack in this game. I sell pictures. I sell video memory. Y'all still selling crack. I ain't selling crack, baby. I'm selling refresh. I'm selling cookies. You know the cookies in your phone log that you delete when you don't want the person to see what you've been doing on your phone. I'm in the tech world. We're selling technology over here, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm selling memories. I'm selling experiences. It's a difference. You see what I'm saying? Y'all, people want to put you in a box to do the things that everybody else did but you might be the player to change the game and be able to shoot from half court. Don't be mad at me because I got the Steph Curry wrist and I can shoot from half court and still have the same shooting percentage that you have from having to shoot at the field goal. This is my gift. And I understand it. So at the end of the day, it's about and this is another thing too. A lot of people in games and in shit for life for a name. I'm the drip guard. Fuck pimping. I'm dripping. Even though I love pimping, I love every P in the world. The P is me. But understand, I brought the D in front of the P. You feel what I'm saying? D-R-I-P, drip. I'm dripping. I'm sauce. Nobody taught me nothing that I do. My mama was a hoe. My mama was a stripper. Yeah, the first time I was at the strip club waiting on a woman to come outside with her bag, yeah, I was in the back seat counting the ones for my mama funds. How about that? Yeah, first time I broke, I come from something different. You know what I'm saying? When they mama was taking them to football practice, my mama was taking me to the strip club and the sex store to buy high heels and stuff for her to wear to the club that night. I grew up differently than everybody else. So what I saw and what I experienced was completely different understanding. So what was coming to me was completely different than everybody else. My Valentine's days was way different than everybody else's. I never experienced what everybody experienced. So I just found something that made sense for me and what I do, and I never live by the rules set of what another person saying how they do it, because at the end of the day, when I was still in the physical aspect of the game, and before everything was digital, and it's two different phrases that you speak of this. You got people in the AC and you got people in the sun. You got people on the carpet, you got people on the blade. So when it was a point in time where being in the AC instead of being in the sun was looked down upon. It was a point in time where it was looked down upon for being on a carpet instead of being on a blade. It was a negativity added onto it, like you're cheating, or you're not doing it the way that it was done, or you're not doing it the way that we taught the game, or this ain't the way that the game supposed to be done, and y'all cheat, or y'all doing this. When actuality, what you're saying is saying that in the year 2022, people still supposed to be using the BlackBerry. What you're saying in 2022, people are still supposed to be using the cassette tape player in a 2022 Bluetooth vehicle. Do you see any cassette players in these cars? You rarely see CD in these cars. You rarely, it's getting to a point where they're starting to not have USB cords and gasoline in these cars. So if transportation and optimization and communication has evolved and changed, why would the hustle not evolve and change? Why would I still be a part of primitive styles of a hustle when I have the intelligence and the ability to do the advanced version of it that makes more money safely?
Wait. Let's go back. On Valentine's, do you buy your girls like flowers and
every day Valentine's Day? Every day Valentine's Day in my lifestyle. Ain't no holidays. Every day a holiday. Everybody can go do whatever they want to do, buy how they want to do. Why? It's 7 days a week. Every day Valentine's Day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Every day holiday. Every day Christmas. I don't live under no rule set of not of saying no. My answer is yes to having things, because that's the goal of life, is to have things, to generate things, to be able to share. That's why I call myself a God, or why people call me a God, the drip God. It's not because I think I'm almighty and more powerful than other people. It's because I understand having a power and having a ability to bless others and change their lives and take sacrifices and take the less to give someone else more in order for the bigger return and the bigger picture for the community of people that's around you. I understand that. So at the end of the day, when it was time for me to assume my position and do what was needed to be done as a leader on both sides of the fence and both sides of the spectrum, I'm good at doing that shit. And at the end of the day, only a fool wants to do things to be loved and accepted by only other niggas that's doing exactly what they doing on the streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing everything that I do to be loved and respected and accepted by the world, not just other niggas that's doing what I'm doing, because other niggas that's doing what I'm doing is my competition anyway. Or people that come from exactly where I come from. A lot of people are either gonna have an opinion or a set, do you damned if you do and you don't type of mentality towards what you do anyway. So at the end of the day, it's like, do you have more money than me from doing it your way than my way? No, you don't. Do you have more beautiful women and more powerful women and more people around you at your beck and will from doing it your way than I do? No, you don't. Are you alive and free and able to be comfortable and enjoy your hustle and what you do the way that I am? I'm doing the same thing that you're trying or attempting to do, and you just doing it at a very low level, a very primitive level, a very unsecure level, which is the beginning level of the lifestyle that we live. It's the beginning stage. But I got so far ahead of that in the beginning because I was there myself. You know what I'm saying? When I was young in this shit, when I was young in the game, I never had to do as much as everybody else had to do because I was so handsome and I was so live and fly. It was women that just want to pay me for me. I've always been a person that always just got paid for me. I know what I'm saying? The first time, bro, the first time I had about $200,000, a 40-year-old woman gave it to me. First time I made $200,000, a 40-year-old woman gave it to me. I'm gonna say it again. First time I made $200,000, a 40-year-old woman from California gave it to me. I was only 19 when I was like 18 years old. No. I was 20. I was 20. Yeah, that's when I got out and before I went back in. Yeah, I was 21.
How'd you meet a 40-year-old woman from California?
Social media. When I was 21. Between like Okay, boom. I caught my big case that everybody, like one of my big cases rather. The Trey Day case, I caught that case in 2009. In 2009, what was popping was Twitter, MySpace, I think, was still like on its way out.
Yeah, Facebook was coming up.
And Facebook was it. Facebook was the one. Facebook was the one. Because around that time, anybody in Houston in the comments about this, they know about me and my history in H-Time. Mashmo, Mall Stars, they know about, before Sauce, I've been a legend in my city about this street gang shit, whatever. So with that being said, we used to have these parties called Facebook famous parties. And way back then, I was getting booked and invited. My crew would pay us $500 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Come to the club and bring all my boys out or whatever. They'll just beg us not to fight and fuck up the club. Just please don't fuck up the club. That's how I first started getting paid to go to clubs. Because we used to go to the club and beat everybody up, but everybody used to love us for being there, for rapping and dripping and all that other shit. Mash my mall. So we've been known for this click culture is big in Houston. So I'm a part of arguably the biggest clique to ever come about of Houston ever. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're gonna talk about a rap a lot, that's bigger than the clique. That's like, you compare that to like TSF and shit like that. But we talking about like clique, street, like, you know what I'm saying? Straight from this on, that never exceeded that point. Mash My Mall Stars, I probably got one of the biggest cliques. It ain't even no arguably, like, this is a known Houston fact. This is Mash My Hollywood clique 100. G-Mob, it's only like a few mob styles, like a few little groups, you know what I'm saying? That was like big and known like that, you know what I'm saying? Versatile is a few ones, but Mash Mode, mine, we was 500-600 deep, you know? It was like unbelievable shit, whatever, who cares? But I caught that case in 2009. I was on the news for all that shit, the Trey Day shit, the shooting, boom, boom, boom. I violated my probation. I ended up doing, I ended up signing for 3 years, that's what I did. I signed for 3 years probation, and I ended up violating the probation, and I had to do shock probation and go to YMAC, ISF. I had to go to all these different programs. Then I went to the penitentiary, and I was like, I'll go in and come out. So I came out, and when I came out, I was out. I violated again on outpatient. It's some shit like when you be on outpatient or whatever. Like, I never made it back to being all the way free like that. I was in the halfway house basically. And when I absconded from the halfway house. I ran away from the halfway house, and everybody was like on Facebook and internet, Twitter and all that. So long story short, I ended up meeting this girl off of social media, and I ended up popping my shit and talking to her, and I'm posting pictures, and she was like, Houston is a place that everybody always is interested in on the internet, want to come to. So long story short, I ended up, just off in a business proposition. I was young. I wasn't even trying to get as much as I ended up getting. I wasn't even trying to get there, but I was just like on some, I'm trying to rap. I'm trying to be a rapper. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to do this clothing line. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. I just had a bunch of dreams at the time. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. And she believed and sent me 20 bands to my daddy Chase account. That's how I started. Boom, I called my daddy. Go to the bank. It's a dub in there. I never met this person. This all internet. It's the same thing of having a pen pal. It's like how these niggas be in jail and they have a pen pal with a woman. They make the woman fall all the way love from way in Massachusetts, and she drive all the way out there and come see him for 6 years straight. Hey man, it's the same thing, man. It's about how cold you is with your pen in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, it changed my life. So I made a bunch of money young, but I never was doing like, you know what I'm saying? This before I didn't even know what I was doing. I didn't even know what I was doing. I was at that point when I was doing it, I didn't even know I was in the game. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just asking people for money. That's just what I believed in. That's why I got my thing of me and my twin, like we asking for it and splashing for it. I just doing that shit. I just spend all my money on being fly and go around people and ask them to. It's like I was trying to get investors before I knew what getting an investor was. I was just asking people for money. And I had great reason and idea for why I was asking for it. And I usually 7 to 8 times out of 10, I always did exactly what I said. It was a couple times I didn't do shit I said I was gonna do. Hey man, I remember when I was something around the same time, boom, I got out of jail. Bro, I asked this girl to give me her college refund check for me to get a chest tattoo. I unbutton my chest to show you right now, I still ain't got a full chest piece of tattoo yet. To 31 years later, got a whole college refund check from Prairie View to go get a chest piece tattoo that I left with a whole little $2,500, left her with a band, and I ain't
Wait. So the woman, where was she from?
California.
Okay, she was from California. Did you ever meet up with her?
Yeah, hell yeah. She was from Orange County. She was from Orange County, California, but she lived in San Bernardino.
Okay, and did you ever have any like sexual intercourse with her or anything like
Yeah,
that?
but it was like way after the fact though. And then it's like, and this is what I'm saying. I felt kind of weird because I was young. I was, like I said, I was like 20, 21. I went 19, 20, 21. Yeah. Right. That's how I went. Yeah. I was 21.
So what did she do to have all this money?
Oh, see. Okay, and that was crazy too. Some of the stuff that she did, I can't say how she had the money. But what I will say was she had the reason why she was making the money, and then she was also a trust fund type of baby. Like she was an Italian daughter of a rich family, but she used the money and everything that she had from being a child of a rich family to do other things in life, and she ended up just having a bunch of money. And I seen her from Instagram because she would like post a bunch of designer. Like I don't know if you remember, like early on like Facebook and like when Instagram first started. Like I got on Instagram in like 2013. I went back to jail after this because like when I got that money, I lost my mind. I started just doing all type of shit. I started just doing shit, and I just kept going. So like and like I said, at the time, it was like I was down there like I wasn't even a gigolo or none of that. Yeah, I wasn't none of that. I was just asking girls for money to do what I wanted to do. This is me being bluntly honest with this shit. Nobody taught me nothing. I just knew, so I just did it. So with that being said, it was like at the time, all I had to do was like I didn't have no bigger life. So it's like all I gotta do talk on the phone, FaceTime, oh, come down here, come see me, boom. And I was living in Houston, and like, I don't know, it's like when social media just changed so many things about life. Social media made so many people just start traveling and I want to go here. Oh, y'all got this good food down there I've been seeing. I want to go to y'all mall. Like, I got so many women off of the Galleria, off of people saying, I want to go to y'all Galleria. Or I seen you made a post, you was at the Galleria. I want to grew up with that was seeing what I was doing and seeing and hearing about this shit like, hell nah, that nigga A-Walk did what? He doing what? So now they trying to do this shit. So it just like this shit just started.
I don't want to interrupt you. So I want to say that the woman in California, she kind of changed your life a little bit.
Yeah, because that was like one of the people that just showed me like this shit real. Like damn, because I'm saying like that's what I'm saying. I didn't come into this game and I wasn't taught this shit the way everybody else was taught this shit. So at the end of the day, it was like I didn't come in the game trying to tell other people to what to do with they self and sell they self. I came in the game selling me. I'm for sale. I'm selling myself. I came in the game where people want to purchase. People want to fuck with me. These women like me because I've been. You know how I was when you met me. You know the type of women I was walking around with. I was shirt open, shirt highlighted, the chest. I'm swole, cocked up jewelry. I'm loud, I'm hat. I'm ain't bitch, yeah, yeah, man. Oh, get up in the face. Yeah, girl. What's that? Hold on, what's going on? What's going on? Hold on, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you gonna hey? I bet you don't know my name right now, but you gonna know the name by the end of the night before you get on that flight. And I bet you that's right. Hey, yeah, that shit fuck their head up. They yeah, you like they say, once they green, they was in. So I came from looking for people that was already living, was already where I wanted to be, or it seemed because social media was showing that early. Social media showed how people was getting money early, but I was already fucking around before social media. I was already fucking around, dipping and dabbling with shit. But at the end of the day, it was never for no. It was a different thing. It was never for this. It was never for nowhere this amount of money. It was never this. It was just different. Feel me? But I'm still saying to say, I got introduced to me doing all of this shit from women just liking me so much. You know what I'm saying? And my mama being what my mama was. So it was like, I was being a street nigga, being from Houston, the club life and the club environment and being out, that's 7 days a week is something to do in Houston. So I've been in the shook club and going to the club regular since I was like 15, 16 years old. So I knew everybody in the city. I've been getting in the club for free. Like, we've just been doing all this shit for a very long time. Anybody in Houston, they all know this crowd group that I'm talking about. Like, that we all grew up together in this shit. That's like now the same people that used to be the biggest person in the party dancing, that is the biggest party promoting, all of that type of shit. It just all grew up in different ways. People blew up to be different things. So when I got out of jail, the first time I violated and I absconded from the halfway house. So I'm knowing I gotta go back to jail. This way everything comes back together and make more sense. When I absconded from the halfway house, that's running from the halfway house. I'm knowing eventually I gotta go back to jail. Eventually I'm gonna get caught and I gotta go back to jail to finish my time. And I'm probably gonna have to do the real time. That's what made me asking to really, okay, boom, now I gotta go do the full 2-year sentence, left of my probation and all this other shit. And I end up still getting lucky and catching stock probation and just giving my time back. Cause I was so young, I was still, when you catch certain charges in the state of Texas and you still a teenager, you can still get certain shit if you caught your charges as a teenager. So you know what I'm saying? I caught my charge at 19 and I fought my charge up until I was 20. And then I took my, 20, then it finna be 21, signed for probation, violated. So I'm still up under the grandfather clause of catching my case at 19 years old. Like, I still was able to run and move and like catch YMAC and all of that type of shit. So with that being said, I had to do that shit. I violated. I ran from the halfway house. I knew I had to come up with a lot of money fast because I know I'm finna be gone for another year and a half, 2 years. I know it. At least on the 3-for-1, 2-for-1, I'm at least be gone for 11, 9, 12 months or some shit 11 months, fucking whatever the fuck, however many months. So my mind just went into, I gotta get some money. I gotta make some money fast. And like all that hustling and selling dope and doing all that, what I did as a kid up until my 18, 17, from 15, like I knew that wasn't the way, that wasn't it. Everybody going to jail and get in trouble out there, that ain't it. And you gotta spend way more, you gotta spend too much money to make money that way. A trapper or a hustler, somebody else in life, they gotta spend $5,000 to make $7,500 back. All I had to, I pay my $150 phone bill and stay on the internet or take a girl out to one dinner or one date with me, a $80, $50 dinner, or $15 movie that made me $6,000. Feel me? Just from people wanting to be around me. Like, that's what I'm saying. I came in different. So as soon as the shit evolved, it became something really than the finessing beginning stages of my career and that shit. It was like, oh damn, I already came in with a cheat code because people want to spend their money on me versus me having to do what everybody else is doing to be in this shit. So I'm already beating everybody what they doing because them niggas, that shit right there gonna get a nigga jammed up. Oh, okay. And you appreciating the value. It's like having a rental car. You let everybody in the world drive your rental car. Everybody in the world sit in the rental car. You putting so many miles on the car. You putting so many miles on the vehicle. I understood that, like, damn, I'm not the type of person that a motherfucker looks like expendable. People don't look at me as expendable. I'm gonna fuck with Sauce Walka for a week. Even before who I was, people always seen it in me. So a person that was like, I'm gonna just fuck with him for 3 weeks or 2 months. Every girl in my life was always around me for at least a year, 2 years. Like, nobody ever want to stop fucking with me. No matter how much I do whatever I do, everybody want to fuck with me because I don't lie about nothing. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. This is what it is. This girl, I talk to this girl, I'm at her house. You will FaceTime me, I'm in the bed with another girl. Hey, y'all should be friends. All that ass shit. I'm just a player about it, bro. I'm just a player. And this is the thing about it. A lot of people, like, people get this shit mixed up. A lot of you women got jobs, they got businesses, own shit. Like, they just want time. They just want to be around somebody. It's like friends. They want to know somebody. Some people come from nothing. Some people are already rich. You feel me? Some people don't come from the same exact things that we come from in the hood, dealing with people that's in this walk of lifestyle. Most of the time, some people now don't come from broken parenting homes and come from being poverty and struggling. They come from being rich. They just don't like the rich, snobby ass people that they grew up around. They hate them. So they want to be around people like us. So I just, you know what I'm saying? I understood that shit and I monopolized from it. And I also seen like, damn, I last way longer and I keep a higher level of value of people if I can show them how to make the same money that everybody else making off of themselves without selling themselves, like selling your soul. People that's with me don't gotta sell their soul to make money. All you gotta do is follow what my instruction, how I invest. I mean, how I drip. Follow my vision. You don't gotta do that. Everybody do this way. We don't gotta do it this way. We can do it this way, and still make more money than them because you're chasing it. In the way I've always done things in life, it's a chase. Women are chasing me. Women chasing me, trying to get to a certain position in life with me to get a certain reward. And along that chase comes miniature rewards and benefits along the way. It's the same difference when you make a man chase a woman. When men put a woman in a position where they just giving the man exactly what they want, they losing. I never believed in that. That shit was always dumb to me. So now when you fast forward way long down the line and you see I give a baby to somebody like Baby, yeah, I was able to make $9 to $12 million off her legally without anybody in the world touching her but me. In a little 2.5, 3 year span. Not in before that, you can only touch in the strip club. Only. So I sold you an illusion. I sold you an illusion and a fantasy from all of these different people, and you bought into the fantasy and you bought into the illusion, which my lifestyle was not an illusion, but the aspect of it that you bought into from these particular women. You thought that you would get to this place and you would never get to this place with these women because they're not selling you that. They're selling you a good time. They're selling you a memory. They're selling you an experience. I mean, they're selling you a video or a picture for your phone. They're not selling you themselves and where you can take them and you can have them the way you want to have them. I never had to do that.
Yo, so the woman in California, what was the most she gave you, like total?
I mean, so you asked me how much this woman is just period. That woman right there, the 200,000. The 200,000 was the lick because it was like I got the 20, then I got another 20, and then after I got the 20, I mean the 220 that added up to the 40. Then it was like, okay, let's meet each other, come down here, woo, and I'm showing results of this. What I've been doing. I've been rapping, I've been dripping, I've been doing this, I've been doing that. Like I'm showing people like that's the thing. Like if a person ever invests into me, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. I'm rapping, I'm doing this, I'm buying clothes, I'm gonna get this car, I bought this house. When you come down here, we're gonna chill. This is my new spot. I got this right here. I'm always investing in things. So with that being said, I always had something to show for whatever anybody ever believed in me. It's like somebody signing the artists. I just never signed the niggas. I signed the women without a contract. I just made women invest into my dreams. So at the end of the day, after I got that 40 and a motherfucker came down there and seen everything was everything and they was legit, everything legit, and you like the person that you meeting on the internet, shit, the experience changed, the motherfucker went on in and cast it on out and it was 160 came. And I added that up, okay, that's 200. But after that, you know, it was a little this and a little that, but think about that girl too that we was close on, she used to sip drink. She had a drink sipping problem. She used to sip drink. She used to sip a lot of drink. Like she used to have drink, give me drink, sip drink. It's crazy, bro. You know, California, they like Texas with the drink thing. So like that was something that we had in common. We both like sipping drink. She sipped drink. So that shit ended up going bad.
I got
man,
20. You recently, I'm gonna say 2-3 years ago, you turned down the deal with Rock Nation. That was a big deal.
Yeah.
You had the song
Ghetto Gospel.
Yeah. Ghetto Gospel. That shit was going crazy. And they gave you a deal? They offered you a deal?
Mm-hmm. First, it was a record deal for $5 million with a respectable percentage, but it was a 360 deal where they got paid off everything. They got paid off my streaming and my touring and performance rights and all of that shit. And then I denied that deal, and then the counter offer was a management deal for the same $5 million, but the only thing that was excluded was publishing and merch. Publishing merch, and it was like some other shit. But basically, it was like a very intricate, fancy way of not being in a 360 contract, but something so close to it, it still made me feel uncomfortable because it was like, damn. Once again, at that point, I'm already at a point where I probably got 20 artists at that time, 25 artists or something, but Peso's a part of my lineup, or he's finna be or whatever. But even still, from all the artists we got on TSF, if each artist is doing $5,000 to $100,000 a month on streaming, we cool. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, then that's another thing as well. I also learned that if I signed one of those deals, then I would have to give up the monthly streaming checks that I'm making and to suffice for the budget that I would have received from signing the contract. And to me, in a 12-month span, that didn't make sense for me or my artists to a certain extent because, like I said, it's a lottery. We might make $500,000 off streaming one month. We might make $700,000. We might make $200,000. But still, everybody getting paid every month, even if they couldn't drop music, if they couldn't drop a video, just off of the catalog and all the music that they have and the work that they've done, it keeps them making money no matter what. So therefore, you are in the control. You want to see, none of my artists can be shelved. None of my artists can be, set on the back burner where they don't have the opportunity to generate income off of having that music. But it is a heavy responsibility on them as well to keep the momentum up and stay hot and stay, interactive where fans want to fuck with you and spend money with you or whatever, or stream your music. But at the end of the day, it didn't make sense for me to sign with Roc Nation because I want to be a Roc Nation and I'm trying to have the same structure and the same position as a Jay-Z has, and eventually I'll partner up with maybe like a distro company or another bigger company that understands what I'm trying to create with TSF, and we partner up and do that. You know what I'm saying? But that just didn't make sense. But I wanted to do the shit because I respect Jay-Z and I appreciate what he did for me in my career. That's why I went all the way through with the meetings and I went all the way through with the process, because I was very humbled and appreciative that, he took the time out to pick me out of all them people and say that my song was the best song and all of those shit. That was a huge momentum shift and current changer for my career that I'm still to this day appreciative of. So, I definitely wanted him to know. Like, they invited me to Beyonce concerts, all type of shit. You seen that shit. I was doing all type of shit with them at a point in time. But I just still felt I had a different place and a different mission that I want to accomplish. Like, I want to be on some Master P, on some Birdman, on some Jay-Z type shit. And I feel like I couldn't do that being up under him. You know what I'm saying? And basically, that opened up the door for Texas artists though, because shit, after that, you see 2, 3, 4 artists from Texas and from Houston deliberately got signed to Roc Nation after Sauce Walka said that and did that. So regardless if they wanted to respect it or think, oh, he bumping the well, damn, why all you motherfuckers got signed to Roc Nation after that then? Why they came out here, Snoop, they wasn't checking for y'all when the list first came out, what happened? Why ain't getting off then? Ain't nobody come off y'all nothing then. I know it, yeah. That's the difference between me. Cause before I was trying to beat them things, like all the little record labels in Houston, like not even like, bro, this is the thing people don't understand about Houston. It's record labels and street niggas and athletes that's in Houston that's offering more money to street artists than these huge companies are with better contracts, because they don't have the same business savvy or the same relationships that these companies have to where they feel like they got advantage over you. So you got real live street dudes or athletes or whatever the fuck, just people that's making money. It ain't got to be neither or. They could just be business people. It's business owners and like business tycoons in Houston that signing people for $700,000, $1 million, $2 million, giving them, I'm gonna put $500,000 on you in jury and then close and put you in the house for a year and a half, 2 years, and I'm gonna put this other money into you having you a car. Like Houston, there's a place that does that. Well, a random nobody will pop up in a strip club. He'd have made $5 million, $6 million off of his 18-wheeler trucking companies. Now you want to start a record label. Steel Wheeling Records. He got Steel Wheeling Records, big toe records around this motherfucker. And everybody in this record label got 18-wheeler chains, and he throwing money around there. That's Houston. That's hip hop period. But Houston is a place where you will see a nobody off the streets get lucky with a 6 to 7 figure deal, record label contract that's not with an actual label. It's with somebody that's just from the city of Houston that's trying to get into the record label. And that's what created some of the stars that we have in the city today. You know what I'm saying? And that's good money that's coming to Houstonians. So now when a record deal comes, the person talking about 5 million, 3 million, 2 million, or if the number's not right, it kind of don't sound right to certain Houston artists or certain people in Houston because people already got so much money. And I already had millions of dollars. So it didn't make sense too. It's like, damn, I'm finna sign for something I got. I can't sign a record deal for an amount of money. I always looked at signing record deals. Hey, pass me the other blunt. I always looked at signing record deals and contracts with major companies. It should be the same feeling as a college prospect from the NBA, for the NCAA to the NBA or NFL. I feel like it should be the same feeling, the same process when you sign your first rookie contract to your upgrade contract. If I'm not signing a contract that from the time I put my name on that dotted line, my entire financial life is changed from the time I stroke that pen, that don't make sense to me. Because I didn't come into this record label broke.
Look, Meek Mill recently spoke out. Keisha Cole, YG, Rowdy Rebel. It's like it was maybe 10 rappers in 2021 that said that they've never received any money from their label off streams, only shows.
That's fucking crazy. That's what I just told you. That's what we were just talking about. That means that if you are not, let's say your body is a machine, you're a robot. If they not putting gas in your machine, or if you just so happen you got some broken parts on your machine and you can't perform right now, or your machine is considered obsolete or inadequate at the moment, that don't mean that you can't have a comeback like 50 Cent and Master P and do your OG tour, like the Millennium Tour that they doing for Bow Wow and them. That doesn't mean that it's over, but just at the moment, you're not as important or as relevant or as...
You're not the priority.
You're not the priority artist or called for from the public like that you were in your prime. Record companies and larger businesses have audits, they have inventories, they got proceeds to losses, wages, and all these different things that they gotta divvy out every year. And it goes to a point where they don't even want to get into the red. We don't want to lose. So when we see that the artist is beginning to lose or beginning to decline, we're going to stop this boat and we're going to leave on a positive note. We're going to find a way to make a certain amount of money and then put this artist in a place where they're not hurting us. They're not necessarily hurting themselves. If they can do something amazing to make themselves relevant to us again, then we'll deal with them again. But at the end of the day, the fact that these artists be living these extravagant lifestyles and be having these appearances and these representations to uphold from being a superstar is so easily to be exposed and notice the difference when they stop performing. When an artist stops performing, everything stops, everything slows down. There's no more bags and shoes being bought. There's no more posts being made. There's no more traveling. There's no more weekends. No new jewelry. Coronavirus and COVID really exposed and showed a lot of artists' hands that y'all really not as rich as the people think. Okay, so as I was saying, a lot of artists, you know what I'm saying, they never seen the streaming or the residual income that come from their artistry because they took an advance up front. And when you take an advance up front, that money gets divvied out. A portion of it goes to the artist, a portion of it goes to the expenses of an artist recording an album, and they charge whatever they want to charge for that, and they also have a percentage that's involved for that goes into marketing and advertisement and promotion. So with that being said, a lot of artists, every year that they sign a new record deal for or a new album, or they might not sell as many albums as needed necessary to make they recoup back, or they may recoup, but they haven't recouped into the profit share margin that the record label wants to be in for extra money that they invested to make those sales. So it just becomes a spider web effect where the artists end up more and more in debt from the mechanical royalties and the music streaming side, but they're making the money from physically being there performing. If they can show up to the event and perform, if they can do a concert, a giveaway, a TV show, or whatever, things that you're physically there for, that's what the artist is gonna make money from. As soon as they're not able to physically be there and get paid, or the value of what their worth is, being present decreases, then they stop making revenue, and that's what make artists go broke. I don't experience that because we making the record label money. Might not be making the same exact money that super record labels are making, but we making the real money. You know what I'm saying? That's the streaming money, the masters, what people talk about.
Yeah. Now, since you've been offline, Gunna released the album last week, and he started this whole Pushin' P shit. And a lot of people, from what I've seen, a lot of people were like, "Man, I wish Sauce Walker had his IG. Man, where's Sauce Walker at? Man, I want to hear what he got to say. Man, where's Sauce Walker at with the Pushin' P shit? It don't even sound right coming from Gunna. It don't even sound right." People were distraught. People were upset about this. People were begging to hear for what you had to say about Pushin' P, because now everybody's doing it. Now everybody's talking about Pushin' P. Now, what does Sauce Walker have to say about that?
That's what y'all get. That's what y'all get. That's what you get. You ain't want to support it when it was the drip. Now it's about the pimp. Now y'all got a big old swole bottom lip. Now y'all mad. You feel me? When we told y'all to rock out, not the style and the culture was being stolen and vultured. Nobody wanted to stand up on it then until now somebody taking something that's a colossal of a name and a lifestyle and a respect to come behind that little P. You know what I'm saying? When you say P, you fucking with people from the Bay Area that really live that lifestyle, people from Vegas that really live that lifestyle, people from Memphis really living that lifestyle, Texas really living that lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Chicago really living that lifestyle, Florida even, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of places where people really, Atlantic City, like it's a lot of places where people really, that letter means a lot to them, like B or C. What does C mean to Crips? What does B mean to Bloods? What does whatever letter, what does a Q mean to a Q dog? What does AKA mean to AKA sisters? You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's like when somebody is trying to get the respect, cause see, being a P and being upholded to that glorification and stature of he's a P. You know what I'm saying? That's why people trying to regurgitate it and metamorph it and make it, we ain't just saying P about that P, we making it this P and this P and that. Man, the whole world know it's one P when you talking about being the capital P. You feel me? Even if you on the pimp side or the player side, a P is a P. You know what I'm saying? And it's a certain lifestyle that come with it. And you know, hey man, at the end of the day, that's what y'all signed up for. That's what y'all, I ain't, the world been being inspired by me and being inspired by people of my lifestyle, because I'm not the only person that represent that lifestyle and represent that culture. I just so happen to be one of the forefronts of it, you know what I'm saying? And one of the most vivid and proper representations of it successfully. So with that being said, especially merging it with music. So at the end of the day, it's like, you know, it's like, if the people not gonna ride for it justly, why am I gonna keep riding for it and keep arguing with the wind and arguing with the internet? I ain't finna keep doing that shit. Even if I had my page, I would just laugh at y'all. At this point, it's funny to me, shit. It's funny to me. That's like, hey bro, it's plenty of people who false claim Bloods and Crips. We don't take them serious. You ain't really a Blood, you ain't really a Crip, you ain't really living like that, you ain't really doing that. It's a real lot, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be a player and you getting played on. If a woman is making way more money off of you and getting way more benefits off of your lifestyle and your hard work that she's not putting any fellowship or any work into as well, and then you getting played. You paying for her life and her leisure and for her not to work and not to do nothing. But hey, whatever floats your boat or finds your lost remote, whatever makes people happy, whatever makes you feel like Superman, feel like you Superman, but everybody know who the real Superman is and everybody know that's kryptonite, that ain't right. You spell?
Did you ever let that go? Cause we all know the drip, the splash, the ooey shit. You made that shit a real trend. You made that shit popping 5, 6, 7 years ago. Did you eventually let it go, or do you still have a grudge that people accepted that and didn't give you your flowers?
First of all, let's speak on, not only did I do that for the drip, spill, the splash, and the sauce, I also did that for the P. in this day and time, in this day and era, in this day and time, it ain't no. And some of these people, I learned about them after the fact. Like, I never knew who Mitty Slick and Sugar Free was until I became a superstar and I became so much of a monument in this game. Then I realized, oh damn, there's some other people that's really popping it. See that, like, that's what this shit really is. Popping P. That's the correct terminology for it. It's popping P's. A P pop it. You feel me? A player gonna pop his plays. You pop his plays, or you gonna pop your pimping. A player play on life to win. So if a woman is playing on the player, then how are you a player? Because you are getting played out of your hand. So you can't be a P, a part of the play, if you are the person getting played on. From the player aspect of being a P. That's on the player side of the P. Then you got the pimp side of a P. That's a whole super level different rule book and honor and respect and code that got to be given to you from the people around you and the people that you leading or teaching, or you know what I'm saying, you sharing the P with. So with that being said, it's like, be all that you can be and what you want to be, if that's what's working for you, and if the fans isn't accepting it. People just want to be cool. It's a lot of people that don't have no ops. Prime example, there's a lot of people that's not from Chicago, never had an op, never have had an opposition. I don't call people that's against me, I don't call them ops because I'm not from Chicago. Even though I am from Chicago by bloodline and birthright, I'm still a Houston native, even though I can't even say that because I'm from Chicago too. But at the end of the day, that's even make my point more valid. Even with me being from Chicago and Houston at the same time, I still would never use or regurgitate the slang and the culture of Chicago to make my shit stronger, or to make people more, make my music or make the way I talk more easy on the ears of the fans, because they feel like I'm within what everybody else doing. This is what's cool to do. Everybody's saying no cap, or everybody's saying on gang, on gang, the gang. What's up, gang? What's up, gang? I don't say what's up, gang. I say what's dripping, what's splashing, what the spill do, bitch. You know what I'm saying? We talk how we talk. I'm from Texas. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? You spill me, you feel me? I'm still on it. So with that being said, like, when you talk about that P, there's a lot of people and cultures and places that really are entwined with it, and that shit means something to them, because it's a very hard lifestyle to be a successful P on either side of the fence. It's very hard to do it. It's not nothing that anybody can do. Just because you rich, you can't be a P. Just because girls like you can't be a P. Just because you famous, you can't be a P. That's the thing about it. I'm not speaking for myself personally. I'm speaking on the aspect of you asking the question of why the world was such in an uproar for people claiming something that they not. Because there's no difference between 6ix9ine claiming that he was a whatever, the things that he claimed that he was, and the claim that he thinks that he was loyal to and what he wanted to portray. And then when reality started to hit, he switched it all up, and he don't want to be those things anymore, and I don't want to be associated with those things anymore, because these things are terrorizing my life. These things are ending my life. Well, repping that letter ends lives. People lose their lives and lose their freedom and lose friends and families and money and respect, all type of shit over being a part of that letter. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when I posted it on Say Cheese, Gunna spoke out himself, and he said that a long time ago, his dad taught him how to be a P. P's are worldwide. He said that on Say Cheese itself.
Which is true. Which is a true statement. He's absolutely right. His father was absolutely right. That doesn't make you that because your daddy taught you what it means. But at the end of the day, if he feel like he'll play, he can be there. If him and the people around him. But see, this is the thing about it. I don't think the whole world really caught on to what they were saying when they were saying pushing P. They were saying pushing P can mean pushing paper, pushing planes, pushing, they tried
to commercialize
Trying to commercialize it and water it down and make it more accessible to the masses, to make more people feel entitled or okay to welcome it in. And that's what even more infuriates and pisses off the public. Like, why are you doing that? Y'all don't do that to trapping. Y'all don't do that to this or that. Why are you trying to do that to this? And make this, if in life, but see, that's because being a part of that group and being a part of that world is like being in a black book. It's like it's a very small group to the public, it's a small dark group of people. It's something that's a mystery that's not very understood by the public. The mentality of polygamy, period, or people being in a polygamous relationship. That's the correct term to use for it. Being in a polygamous relationship, the monogamy versus polygamy is something that's not necessarily understood and accepted by the masses. People accept and understand homosexuality more than they understand polygamy, if that makes sense to you. And for the people that's watching that don't know what polygamy is a relationship of two genders and one gender, two women and one man, two men, one woman, or however it divvies out, three different, however they figured it out. But this is the polygamy, the in its normal form is a man and two women. And like kings overseas and people in Arabia and Africa, kings that have 6, 7 wives and things of that nature. That's what the act of polygamy is. So, and everybody's okay with it. So with that being said, like, that ain't no, that's something that is a very thin line to stand on and either be accepted or to have success in. So for people that either are accepted for doing it, you get a very high level of respect and a high level of love if you do so happen to be in this lifestyle, such as the greats, the Magic Don ones, the Scorpios, the governors. It's so many legends. So many different people is a part of this shit worldwide, from young to old to right now. It's legends right now. So many people in this shit right now. There's legends that their families, their cousins, their uncles, their nephews, mamas and sisters that love them and watch their story and watch their son or their father or their nephew do this incredible act of having leadership and control in the business structure positively for other people around them, and have this glory of being a P. That's a high stature. That is something that a father wants to pass down to their son. So they will tell you about it being young, but that doesn't mean you're going to actually walk the steps and walk the path to being a player, because a player will never play himself in a position to where the person that he's playing on or playing with, that is the opposite of them, opposite sex of them, is making more off of them, off of their plays and the way that they play. You're making more from my mind and my strategy than I'm making off of it. And you're not doing it to stay with me. You're doing it just for your own benefit, to go home to your baby daddy, to your friends, to the other man that you was with before I flew you out. Like the rap girls group name that everybody like, get flued out. If you get flued out and I spend $15,000 on you this weekend and I never see you again for 6 months or next year, so I come back in your city and you done change your whole life, and I'm just so happy to see you the next week or the next month with one of my ops, like they like to say. Now you see a lot of rappers getting in beef because this rapper is talking to my ex-girlfriend or the ex-girl I was just fucking with, I had a relationship with. Now you feel what? You feel played. You feel played on. That doesn't feel like a player, because players don't get played. Players play. You see what I'm saying? So physically, financially, mentally, if you ever on the other side of the spectrum of the P, you can't claim the P. That is everybody's problem in the world. I could care less, because at the end of the day, I know the world know. Just like with the drip, I don't got to argue with that over no, because the world don't want to give me my flowers, but my name is always brought up, and the conversation is always brought up and resurface around me. With 10 years later, in more different mansions, new walls painted, we still talking about the same shit. So evidently, the world must know who created it, who did it, and even after the fact, as they get away from it and try to fall off of it and try to make up new shit, guess what? Who's still dripping? Who's still creating new drip and still running with the drip, still rapping about the drip, and the world still trying to come back and steal again? Oh, let's get a little bait. Oh, let's change up our ad libs. People just put, oh, I ain't gonna steal the sauce. I'm gonna steal the way they record. I'm gonna rap in a high-pitched voice. Or I'm gonna add these to my ad libs. I'm gonna, or whatever. They just try to switch it up however they can. You know what I'm saying? Whoo, whatever I do. You feel me? Make it their own. And I'm not the only artist that's done to. They do it to Kodak. They do it great artists. They do it to Thug. They do it all the greats. It's cool. It's just at the end of the day, people get their vouchers for it. I didn't, but now the world stood up for it when it mattered. So I ain't fucked up about it. I ain't finna be arguing about that.
A year ago, you went super viral. You put the diamond on your face. It's not there no more.
Right. I still got it. You want to see it?
No. 2 months after that, I guess Uzi may have seen you. I don't know. Maybe it was a coincidence. The nigga Uzi gets $1 million. Well, he said it was 20 million, 40 million. I don't know.
Yeah.
You were furious.
Cause that was a joke. Cause that was a joke, though. And it's just funny how I told her, like, that's why it's so funny now now that we dealing with the P shit or it might be the birds or whatever, how we drip. It's getting to a point to where it's getting old to the people now. It's getting old to the public now. It's to the point now where, I'm sorry, y'all. I know the last 2 years I came to the barbershop and I argued with y'all and I said Sauce Walka was crazy. But I have to admit as a man or a woman, I'm crazy. These people is really stealing these folks' shit. These people is really acting it. It gets to a point where it look like motherfuckers run out of things to do or they run out of things to create and they go search for what's, bro, I've seen people try to pick up other race artists when they never had interest in picking up an artist from a different race or having other race people around them. They never was on that. From everybody having trademark same style of hair, everybody having same trademark tattoos. We're gonna all get the same tattoos right here or what. Like, it's so many different things. Keychains. I like, come on, bro. I ain't finna, like, I be up here talking all day, bro. You know what I'm saying? From the colors of the jewelry, the cartoon characters, whatever. Like, it's so many things that I've that I've intertwined with TSF and just how we came into the rap game and just my making my own history and my own legacy in this shit that was just.
Where'd you get the idea from? To get the face diamond.
Like Sancho came up with that idea when we was like 18, 19, honestly. That's why it was so funny when I was like, bro, what y'all gonna do? How y'all gonna steal this? What y'all gonna do? Put a big ass diamond in your forehead? You feel me? That's why I knew that, because it was so funny. When me and Sancho was like 19 years old, we always been having these dreams. Like, we first started making money off how we were making money. We like first. That's why my twin Sancho, my baby, that's my twin. Like, those are amongst a million other things that made us twins. Like, we always did the same thing. If he did it, I'ma do it. If I do it, he gonna do it. Whatever I thought about it, he thought about it. Like, we always been like this and before whatever. We was like kids. So when we start doing and living the lifestyle we were living before the South City, let me tell you some real shit about the South. Before the Sauce Twins, we was the Ciabatta Boys. This is how the Sauce got created. The Sauce got created because the two brothers that left Mash Mode, A-Walk and Bullet, they left Mash Mode Mall Stars. We left Mash Mode because we wasn't fucking with our big bros and homies no more. We wasn't fucking with that. We was on different shit. And we still brought niggas with us, and but we did our own thing. We still family, but we did our own thing. We just brought the set with us. We brought our set. So when it became, when it became that, we renamed ourselves. We tried to find a name for ourselves. We called ourselves the Ciabatta Boys. Ciabatta Boys is bread. Ciabatta bread. That's some H-Town shit, nigga. We get Ciabatta like Jack in the Box. Everybody don't, Jack in the Box ain't everywhere in the world. Jack in the Box is only in certain places that where it's at. So we get saying Ciabatta from when Ciabatta bread came out, Jack in the Box. Long story short, boom. We started calling ourselves the Ciabatta Boys. So, nigga, we get the bread and the butter. That was out before we was talking like sauce and rhyming with the sauce. It was about bread, butter, and lettuce. You feel what I'm saying? We the Ciabatta Boys. We getting all the bread. We getting all the butter. We getting the lettuce and make it spread it. We getting the bitch gonna come with the lettuce and she gonna spread it. That's how we used to talk. And an argument with somebody turning us running out of shit to say about bread and lettuce and start talking about sauce, mayonnaise, and mustard. And then that's when we turned into the Sauce Twins. That's a long ass story of hotel room wars turned into the Sauce Twins. You see what I'm saying? So at those moments, we was making dreams of how we was gonna come out. Bitch, I'm gonna be the rose gold twin. You gonna be the yellow gold twin. We've been saying that since we was 19. Before I was then, was getting in trouble catching cases. As far as like my big cases, it's like okay, boom. You gonna be yellow diamonds. I'm gonna be white diamonds, rose gold. I'm gonna be pink. I'm gonna be pink diamond. You gonna be red diamond. Like we've been having that, the same way we is right now. How all my cars is black and pink. Just been my same idea since we was 17, 18, and 19 years old. Feel me? Okay, bitch, this is gonna be my color. I'm gonna come out with all my cars gonna be pink and all your cars gonna be red. And then later on came in the pink and black and yellow and red. It was just, he was gonna be yellow and I was gonna be pink. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was gonna be red and I was gonna be pink. So when we first got our first flower earrings, I had the pink diamond, he had the red one in the middle of our white diamond. So in those conversations, Sancho said, Walk, bitch, when we get our first $1 million, bitch, we just really get rich, bitch, we get about 5 million, bitch. Nah, cause $1 million they gonna do it, bitch. We get about 5, 10 million, bitch. I swear to God, bitch. We gonna go get a big ass diamond put in our face. I'm talking about surgically putting our shit big stupid ass, cause this is right around the time. Think about the timing. This is the time in 2008, 2007, 8, 9. This one, Lil Wayne is the biggest rapper on the world. Lil Wayne just got all these crazy, stupid ass tattoos in the middle of his forehead. And that nigga starting to Rick Ross and Kevin Gates, certain niggas coming out and they doing that. So this is my twin way of, bitch, we ain't finna tat up our face like them niggas. And that's why still to this day, like of all the tattoos we got on our face, they put strategically on our face. That's why every nigga in the South got it the same type of way. The TSF on the edge of the splashing up under the eye, to the right of the eye, not directly in the middle of your face, like how them we still players. I ain't trying to have all this dumb ass shit in my face where I still don't look like a player when I introduce myself to people. But I'm like that. So as in that dream and us talking such a like, we're gonna put a big ass diamond in our forehead, bitch, right here. I'm like, man, we ain't doing that ugly ass shit, bitch. But we'll put it, I'm with that putting a diamond in my face though. But bitch, that shit gonna be some money. Like, man, I don't give a fuck, nigga. Bitch, we're gonna find a way to do that shit, bitch. We're gonna surgery, put a diamond in our face, bitch. I'm telling you, bitch, we're gonna be the livest niggas ever. We're gonna be like Floyd, nigga. Everybody gonna be fucking with us, bitch. We're gonna be the first niggas to ever do that shit. And I held on to that idea as, cause if back then we wasn't all the way on the drip yet, we was just Shabata boys and we were just playing the diamonds and shit like that, but it wasn't a drip. So I didn't have it set out to be an eye drop and a water drop of a drip up under my eye and all of that. But me and my twin always had an idea since kids, like, we're gonna put a diamond in our face. And from that conversation was, it ain't gonna fit, right, having a diamond in our forehead, bro. So we're gonna put it by our eye. But it was never supposed to be a pear-shaped diamond. That's what it's called, a pear-shaped diamond. A diamond is the shape of a teardrop.
How much was that diamond that you
$250,000, $250,000. GIA certified paperwork, and that's the difference between me and these other rappers and other people that be talking about what they diamond cost. I showed paperwork of what my diamonds cost. I showed the what's called as the Geometry Identification Association. It is the worldwide biggest renowned diamond identification company, like basically the Social Security company of diamonds. This is where you get if you want to put insurance on your diamonds and you want to get money back for diamonds being stolen, or investment that you put on diamonds, or having it in safety deposit box and they increase in value, and you got paperwork to show for the appraisal of what the diamond is actually cutting and what's the level of it, what it's worth. I got GIA paperwork documents on majority of my diamonds, especially my large diamonds. Jewelers don't sell rappers paperwork with their diamonds because they know now I can't sell you a falsified document about what kind of diamond you have, because now you have a legally binding contract where you can sue me and my diamond company and own every real or fake diamond that I have, because I sold you a diamond that has a birth certificate saying what it is, and you went to somewhere that has all of the certifications of justification to show what diamond qualities are and are not. And you went there and they told you that I sold you a fake rock that wasn't what you bought. So now you can sue me. Rappers don't necessarily care about that because they know that puts the jeweler in a position where they can charge you an extra $100,000, $30,000, $80,000, $200,000, especially if the diamond is actually the quality that it is.
Yeah. Uzi said his diamond was worth $24 million. You believe that?
Where's the GIA paperwork? Where the GIA paperwork at? Where's the receipt? Where can you show that this diamond on a chart of diamonds was worth that much before. Like, come on, bro. This ain't my business. It could be worth whatever he said it was. It was worth $200 million, whatever. I'm gonna just tell you, it's worth whatever he said it's worth. But I will tell you this, in the experience of diamonds, the people that buy diamonds and spend money on jewelry and buy diamonds, okay, you have a thing that's called natural pink diamonds. You have a thing that's called enhanced pink diamonds. Okay? And an enhanced diamond is not gonna have the same color of vibrance in pink. It's not gonna be the same clear or light color of pink. And it's gonna have the level of inclusions in it is gonna be vastly hard to see, and it's gonna show when it's dirty or it's clean, the inclusions in it when you have an enhanced diamond. Like if it don't have no inclusions in it, it's a certain little machines that you can show how that they took all the carbon vaccination out this diamond and made it clean and clear or changed the color of it. So after buying diamonds for so long and dealing with diamonds so long, people know the difference between the two in color diamonds or large diamonds. And that's another reason why people steer away from paperwork with those diamonds, because when you get paperwork with those diamonds, they have to put what that diamond is, no matter if it is a CVD diamond or if it's an enhanced diamond or a regular pink diamond, whatever diamond it is, any color of any grade. In most cases, they have to put the correct information on the appraisal paperwork. So
right. Do you know right now you have a meme that's going viral?
What? Shut your bitch ass up if I get talking shit about you?
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking about you. Do you know that's going viral again though? Like as of today, it's going crazy.
Nah, I ain't know that. Somebody told me a long time ago it had 7 million sounds.
It's going on Twitter right now. It's somebody posted it yesterday and it has like 5.5 million views.
That's what I'm saying. Like the internet undefeated. I'm a forever live and outlive through the internet regardless. Like, and everybody know that's Sauce Walka when they hear that. Everybody know that shut your bitch ass. Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you. Everybody know who this is.
It's going viral again because, you know, NBA Youngboy released that record. He went in on Old Block and talking shit about Fredo. There's all these different rappers, and NLE Choppa, he went to stating his opinion, and that's where they're saying that Youngboy is telling NLE Choppa to shut, you know, using your meme for that.
Oh yeah, that's funny. That's funny. I mean, hey, you know, shit, that motherfucker, it fits a lot of different shoes and different people's situations, so it's just something that they relate to. And it's something I done popped it at a bunch of different rappers or whoever, not just rappers, people period, just whatever.
Do you see yourself in Youngboy? How and why? What I mean by that is when y'all both came in the rap game, y'all were like the black sheep. You know, Youngboy doesn't really fuck with a lot of rappers. You yourself, you don't really care about being around a lot of different rappers. Do you see yourself in Youngboy?
I mean, of course, I see myself in a lot of the young artists, and especially Youngboy, and just you know the whole little young NBA camp, because they got a lot of love for me. They done signed one of my little brothers to their record label. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lil Nike. You know what I'm saying? From Houston. I don't know if you follow them, but Nike boy, check boy Nike. He from Houston. He's a young artist that's a part of my set that just got signed to NBA. And a lot of the younger members in NBA are real fond of some of my little brothers and me and Sancho. They first, you know, Baton Rouge is right down the street from Houston. So like if you go look at some of Youngboy earlier videos, Dope Boy Sauce was in his videos, or Sancho, or he was shooting videos in Dope Boy studio with painting murals of Sancho on the background, and you feel me? Some of their earlier videos were shot by Huncho Films. Our video directors from Austin, Texas, Huncho Films, Huncho Management. So like it was just, and it was some RIP little Trey, my little brother, little Trey, and like KTM, some our little young brothers like from Southside, like some Houston legends. You know what I'm saying? Some young legends that grew up around us. We raised them like type, and they was we was all together at a point in time. They was all around each other. And but this was when Youngboy was in jail, though. You know what I'm saying? When Youngboy was in jail, like first before I was in Houston back with them, they was all together with Youngboy and Doughboy and going back and forth to Austin and Houston, and you know what I'm saying, working. So they obviously already, Youngboy got videos viral on the internet listening to my old music with me and Propane, her and her friends singing my songs and stuff. I done posted this, niggas posted this shit. So just all of that, then them coming to Houston and really getting around like at the moment, that's why I say I really fuck with 3-3. 3-3 a gangster, you know what I'm saying? All them little niggas gangsters, they fuck with us like that. But 3-3 really brought a lot of them around us where they was like, it wasn't about no rap shit, that we were just all around each other, living, they was living, sleeping at our houses, we go take them on the road, we were just around each other. It was a lot of thugging going on off camera, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't about no rap shit. We just, you know what I'm saying, I was just showing them and teaching them shit, teaching them the lifestyle, showing them how we was living, just teaching them and putting them on. And 3-3 and the niggas that was around, then they never forgot about none of that love that was shown. And they been fucking with our music before they got around us. So it was like, all right, Sosa Man ended up coming back in town and being around and calling, and they end up just linking up, and that's how you got the NBA Youngboy and Sosa Man music and all of that. But I mean, I done been in videos with them and all that. It was just love, you know what I'm saying? It was love. They from Baton Rouge, we from Houston. That shit like right around that's backyard. So obviously, if I blow up in Houston, Texas, and I'm having an impact on the whole South, in the world that TSF and Sauce Walka had initially from Too Legit to Quit It to when Youngboy and them came out, of course there's some influence and some love between their music and ours where they, you know what I'm saying? That's for anything, just like it's a bunch of people influence and used to listen to their music. And not only Youngboy, it was other artists that grew up around them that came to us too from that same era. They was all together, you know what I'm saying? My boy Seven, Seven Carlos, and my other little nigga, he used to tattoo Youngboy and tattoo all of them. He a big rapper now with the dreads that be with Seven. What's little bro name? Wop, nigga. Yeah, Wop Beezy. Yeah, nigga, Wop Beezy, Wop. You know, all of them is from the same little area. So we used to always go to New Orleans and rap and come back and do shows. So I just started meeting them over time. And they would just all tell me their different stories, you know what I mean? Like how in some way, shape, or form, either they was influenced by us or they was touched by what we did. They fucked with it. It was all love, so shit. But they set their own thing. They did their own shit. And I'm pretty sure they got inspiration from a bunch of different people. But yeah, like we the same type of niggas to a certain extent. Like nigga don't need to fuck with niggas to be successful. I don't need to fuck with niggas to rap. I mean, I'll make my own superstars. I don't gotta rap with other stars to be a superstar, even though I appreciate the love when superstars want to collide with us and it's genuine and it's love, I appreciate that. But I believe in making my brother a superstar more than devoting my whole time to rapping with another superstar. And I feel like younger artists, like young boys and other young artists, even like the Key Glocks, and this is a lot of artists that, like I said, I'm 31 years old. I've been in the rap game for 8 years, 9 years now. The average age of a rapper is 25 to 18. A lot of these niggas was young when we first came in the game, so it ain't too many other labels like a PRE or a TSF in the game to have that type of inspiration to be independent and stand alone and not necessarily need to use the collaborations of the masses of other big rappers to stay afloat. And then some artists do that though, you know what I'm saying? And like, okay, I fuck with Sauce Walka and them, but them niggas really be tripping, beefing with everybody, or not fucking with everybody, or however it looks to the person, even though I don't be beefing with niggas, it just happen how it happen. Then they go fuck with a bunch of different artists and create relationships, and then these relationships turn sour. These relationships turn bad, and that they not only end up hating the fact that they made a relationship with this other artist that's a bigger artist, they end up hating the fact that they made relationships and put they artistry and put their legacy and representation of themselves out there with this particular artist. So I feel like that after they experience that, then they start back sitting back and probably go, maybe they might go back and look at TSF or look at Sauce Walka, Sosa Man, Sancho, and see, damn, this is why Sancho don't fuck with rappers. This is why he don't rap like that. This is why Sosa Man, because people don't really know. A lot of my brothers that started this shit with me, they don't rap the way other people rap. They still getting the views and they still got the love, but we ain't, the way that the Sauce Twins and Sosa Man came out, we haven't gave y'all the same amount of music and a collaborative effort as the Migos or certain other groups that came out the way we came out. So we doing it on our own and we in the streets, bro. It's hard to do. It's hard to do it all. It's hard to do it all. You know what I'm saying? That's just reality of it. But we made it work and we made it happen the way we made it happen. But shit, you know.
Wait. So, are you familiar with I interviewed this guy named Charleston White. Are you familiar with Charleston White?
Who?
Charleston White.
Who?
He's an older guy that I interview.
Oh, Grandpa! Hey, let me tell you something about Grandpa. Grandpa can't say where my house at. Grandpa can't say, all these rappers, you nigga, you ain't never been in jail. Nigga, who you shot? What case you caught, nigga? Who? You talking about Granddaddy? Yeah, Granddaddy. Let me tell you one thing, Granddaddy know about me. I got plenty of money, Granddaddy. Yeah, fool. Yeah, we ain't doing no telling on nobody. Yeah, and white folk don't tell me what to do. I tell white folk what to do, Granddaddy.
Hey,
Hold on, Granddaddy. How many cars you got outside, Granddaddy? Granddaddy wearing all that fake jewelry. Granddaddy, hold on, Granddaddy. Granddaddy wearing all them fake. Granddaddy out there wearing them people clothes. You asked me about Granddaddy, bro. Granddaddy, don't get mad on me. I know you finna we just made Granddaddy more famous today, because now Granddaddy finna go get on in there.
No. I'm just saying he's only.
You and them little boys. You and them little boys. You always talking about little boys and people. It makes me think that you had another part of yourself up in jail when you was down there. Cause I know niggas like you in the tank. I know you ain't the tank boss. You the tank pet. You the motherfucker that you gonna tell when a nigga beat you up under the table, up under the TV, up under the stairs. You gonna tell when a nigga beat you up in the grate. You shine up every boot of every officer and every from the major to the warden to the sergeants. You up there spit shining every boot. You make sure every table clean. You go to church every Sunday, but you doing all the trafficking, trading, and getting high in the back room, and you helping the tattoo man, and you got everything going on wrong. You K2'd up, but you ready to tell on somebody as soon as they slap you or talking on the phone loud in the bunk. That's who you was. Let me hit that dope. Sangre, pásalo.
Cause y'all had did y'all have words a year ago or something like that?
Man, I ain't never had words with Grams. That man just woke up and started talking about me on the internet. I ain't never known this man. This man just woke up one day and just saying, I'm Fort Worth and Houston. Houston people never do this in Fort Worth and Houston and Dallas. Man, everything in Texas gangster, man. Houston gangster, Fort Worth gangster, Dallas gangster. Rappers of our generation have passed away in every city in this state. That's a relevant state. Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth. Even in the Austins and the San Antonios, honestly, you being Sean Cotton, you know that. It's really going down around here, man, all the way around. So it's not a OG's position to try to play the youth against each other by saying who more gangster and who hard and who all that. That's childish, bro. If you an OG, you supposed to give correct direction. OG ain't giving correct direction. You telling people to stand against something, then you telling them to tell, then you telling them to be like. I respect people. People find little small stuff up in there that they try to respect about his perspective, and it's funny, and I understand it. Because
well, he doesn't agree with gangs. Your blood. He doesn't think gangs have there's nothing positive about.
But he was a gang member though. And you rep being a former gang member proudly up until you were challenged through conversation and interviews about your decisions of being a part of that and being what you are today, or being the fact that you vouch for certain activities that people who represent that cloth do not vouch for, even if you or a person who has so-called shot a police officer or whatever, so have it. So what? You're not doing that in a reform today when it matters today. You're not out here really standing outside, really protesting, really making a difference, really taking the fame and the revenue and the money that you're making from this and going to these group homes and gathering these children, gathering these families and trying to reteach parenting in these broken homes.
Nah. Charleston White, he does a lot in the community. I can't say that. I can't say that. He'll go to the school and talk to the kids, and he gets people reduced sentences in jail and things like that. I can't say that. I can't say that.
Look here.
Look, let me ask you this. So what he feels about gangs, right? Do you feel like there's something positive about being in the gang?
There's something positive and negative about everything in life.
Okay. Well, what's the positive about being in gangs? Because he feels like there's nothing positive.
The same thing that's positive about being in the gang is the same thing that's positive about being and playing sports is growing up. You learn teamwork, you learn trust, you learn honor, you learn principles, you learn respect. You learn peer skills, you learn how to decipher real and fake. You learn about manipulative people and manipulative situations and how they can put yourself in danger if you do not move or present yourself or walk accordingly as you are supposed to now that you have put on the hat of being an athlete. Once you put on the hat of being an athlete, I can't smoke weed in the club like my friends do that I used to be in college with. I can't get the same ticket pulled over. I can have a fight with my wife, or I can't miss 7 practices to be a successful athlete. When you're in a game that's under correct principles and correct moral code, these ways of thinking and this mental development of manhood is given to fellow members. Each one teach one. That is given. People have just watered it down and switched it to so many other things to where as younger generations grow up, is being further and further derived from the true purpose of what or a group or a group of people, whether it's a gang, a membership, a faction, a gang is nothing but a small or large sorority or a team, a business, or a belief system, a religion. It's a way of thought. That's all it is. It's a way of thinking. It's to certain people, an alumni is a gang because we are a group of people that we gang and crowd up to represent one way of thinking. We are Aggies. We are Texas Aggies. We are Longhorns. We are AKAs. We are police. We are Blue Pride. We are the Army. We are whatever somebody is. We are whatever a person group is that they believe in. We are video gamers. We are gamers. We all believe in gaming. We're YouTubers. YouTubers have their own group of society of people and rules and way of thought, and we do relations and we do reaction videos, and we believe in putting our relationship out there in people's life and showing people our kids and showing people our everyday lives. Some people don't believe in that. It's just a way of thought and a group of people that's come together that believe in that, and we want to represent this way of thought this way. And through our belief system and what we represent, we want to come together to do something to make something better, to help our people and to protect our people. Some people just take that power and abuse it the wrong way. Just like with anything in life, anybody can take some power of leadership or money or having control of the decision-making of other people that's looking up to you for direction and misuse it or misrepresentation or misrepresent the information and the teachings that was given to you, the teacher now. When you was a student, you wasn't taught this way. But because of your own belief system and how you grew up and what you want to add to make it different, or you care more about the fact that your cousin Lil Kenny or Lil Tay got killed last week, you don't care about the fact that we trying to open up a barbershop for this many people we trying to get these many people jobs that got out of jail. We trying to rebuild up 5 houses on the block from our car wash, or we trying to, you know what I'm saying? It just was it's misled leadership that just turned into years of confusion and war, and people still loving where they from. It's no different from loving your hood or loving your block or loving your race. People can look at loving your country as a game. You can be from. It's certain people that love their flag and love their country, like Haitians love being from Haiti and love the Z. And we're gonna stick with each other because of that. It's just a different group of people sticking with each other. It's just some people in these groups. Some of us stick together for the wrong reasons. That's all.
Right. Now, I posted you on Thanksgiving getting lotion down outside, and that probably did like 800,000.
Another reason why I said earlier, everybody gets mad when you post that sauce content because the engagements are so high. It's not my fault. We just drip how we drip. It's a bunch of interesting content that we did.
So wait, that wasn't for the camera. That's everyday life with you.
That's everyday life. Right now, this blunt's getting passed to me. Hey man, the camera lady back here see what's going on around these parts, man. Yeah, man.
I'm missing.
His dogs getting cleaned up, walls getting painted, and video games getting built, and Maybachs and big luxury cars is outside. Hey man, which I want to turn this to empty, say cheese cribs, and take it to the whips. Nah, it's some real life dripping going down around. So at the end of the day, yeah, like it's just certain things that I just never. Once I got to a certain point in life and what I started believing in, I just stopped doing certain shit. I don't dry myself out when I get out the shower. I don't put on lotion. I don't do certain things that.
Do you fold your own clothes?
No.
Do you wash your clothes? Anything?
No. I don't wash my own clothes. No, I don't do nothing but make money and lead. And I might help clean up because I'm not no dirty nigga. I'll clean up. And
do you tie your own shoes?
Nah, I leave my shoes. Yeah, I lace my shoes how I lace my shoes, but I also teach people how to lace my shoes, and I just have them do it for me too. So I do both. If I'm on the run or I'm on the road and ain't nobody there, then yeah, I'll do that. But other than that,
so who cuts the grass? Do you cut the grass?
Money cut the grass. I pay for that. I don't put gas in my car though. I could be going on. I could be on a date with Rihanna. She pumping the gas.
Wow, yo, that's against society right there. Usually
it don't matter. It could be Vivica A. Fox. It could be whatever. Like I'm not just saying her. I'm saying any woman that's like that status quo. I don't know who else. Nikki. What's her name? The Fox girl from Transformers. It could be her. She pumping the gas. I'ma sit in the car like a player and rolls backward. Sir, I don't sip like that right now. I sip a little bit here and there, but I really stopped sipping. But that's just saying me and my natural act when I was at my best. I'm on some healthy shit right now. I'm working out, drinking water.
So is this the Sauce Walka law, or is this the real pushing P, popping P law? Is this the P law? Is this popping P?
See, this is the thing about it. There you go. Pushing P ain't got nothing to do with the P. So let them, they can have it, whatever they have, that's they pushing P ain't got nothing to do with popping P. You feel me? It ain't got nothing to do with putting it in my pocket. You feel what I'm saying? It don't got nothing to do with that. So this P over here is separate from that P. Feel me? Just like this P can mean principal, that P can mean peon. It's just different P's.
Now, Charleston White wasn't feeling the lotion situation. He said he wasn't impressed. He said, "Could she cook?" He said you ain't show no food on Thanksgiving, but you showed that.
Charleston. See, over here, See, over here, we having women buy chefs. We having women buy restaurants. We having women buy restaurant-ready kitchens. And guess what? You know what's so crazy about it? The women in my life can cook. But at the end of the day, I don't care to sit in the house and waste the time of waiting on the meal to be prepared to even eat it. I'm too busy worried about achieving the next goal, the next house. I want to eat the food that I eat. I don't eat fast food. I don't even believe in, my belief system is way different from people. So at the end of the day, I don't even allow my mind to be captivated with certain acts that people believe or acts that have to be done for you to be a functioning human or for you to be a good Samaritan or person in society. I don't believe I have to come home every night and have a dinner and eat a home cooked meal. I'd rather pay a chef to cook and make me meal preps or eat at this many restaurants or these people that cook certain food a certain type of way. I go invest and spend money in their restaurant, spend money at their place of business and eat their food and have them prepare food for me and the people around me. Or like, it's very rare that I eat at home. So that's not important. But that my question would be to Gramps is, can the women in your life that cook good food for you, can they make you $2 million? Can they make you $5 million? Can they purchase you a house? Can they help you be in a position to purchase a house for yourselves? Can they pay for $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 lawyers? Can they help you file your taxes? Can they help you repair your credit and keep your credit score high? Can they help you buy new commercial real estate and residential real estate? See, that's what's wrong with men. Men have to raise the standards of what the expectations of the women in their life are able to or supposed to do. Why is the peak of what a woman's worth to you how good she can cook and how good she can stroke your private part or how much or how much she makes you laugh? Because eventually laughter turns to sadness and crying. Eventually daytime turns to nighttime. Eventually good days turn into bad days. So when those bad times happen, naturally, in most cases, finances are the first things that people look towards to fix problems in life. Because in life, more money, more problems. More life, more problems. That's just life. With age comes problems. So if you was in a relationship with someone where y'all were not planning for the future and planning to have finances and to have abilities to suffice and make up for gaps that come in life and problems or rainy days, then you're setting yourself up for destruction or for a stressful, struggling relationship of being happy with someone because you're surely with that person off the fact of how they make you feel and not how well we can grow each other to feeling better about life and who we are as people. Not because you make me feel good for the bullshit person I am. You make me feel good because you're making me correct and be a greater person than I was than when I met you. That has nothing to do with cooking for me. That has nothing to do with washing clothes and putting lotion on my body. That has something to do with believing in the same thing that I believe, having the same goals that I have, wake up every day and try to strengthen the avenues and the ways that we have to not only reach success, but take care of our families and the families that we wish to have, to create generational wealth, to create residual income, to create financial freedom, not with people that you don't genuinely fuck with, but people that you have a genuinely fun relationship for. You know what's so crazy to me? It's crazy to me how a woman or a man can go to their workplace and respect their manager, respect their boss. They can hate their co-workers, hate going to work every day, but they'll never call them a bitch, a hoe, never hit them, never disrespect them, be fake and fake fake like them and fake understand them, but can't have a conversation with the other baby mother of the child to the father of the man that you still want to be with. Or you can't have respect for the man that you come home to every night that work hard for you, just like how you work hard for him and y'all come together, but you can't be with him and not call him a bitch or call him out of name or demand this underlining duty to protect you, take care of me, bring food to the table, give me more opportunity, be faithful to me. Don't share your body or share your money or your time or your business with any other woman. Give it all to me in hopes that I think that you are a high level enough man for me to stay loyal to or stay down with. Or I could take the fuck a nigga route and go with the city's girls and nigga, I played on you, and so what? You were blame, you a trick, I ain't like you no more. I got fed up with your bullshit. And this man that put 3, 4, 5 years of dedicated hard work and loyalty or his time and effort into this woman's livelihood because he thought it was a man's job for him to make every dollar and for him to make all the business opportunities and for him to bring home everything to the table. And all she has to do is be pretty. Or all she has to do is be nice and welcoming. Or that's not even a standard anymore. It's cool now for a bitch to be disrespectful to you and be a bad bitch. That's what's cool. Is a woman disrespecting the man that she looks to for safety or for love and companionship or whatever it is. So, you know what I mean? I feel like since women have such a women feels like a man needs to be tall, you need to have money, you need to have a car, I want you to have not a bunch of kids, I want you, most women rather a man to be a trapper than I'm making you a bunch of street money more than a 9-to-5 job, because I don't feel like a 9-to-5 job can suffice for the way I want to live via social media or in real life. I want to have the Dior bag. I want the Christian Dior. I want the BBL. I want all the shoes. I want everything I see what's going on around me. So if your 9-to-5 job is not a 6-figure job, most women that consider themselves high-level catchers don't feel that you're adequate enough to be with them in today's day and age. Because a man is held up to such this hierarchy spectrum that he's responsible for a woman to have a Birkin bag. He's responsible for a woman to open up her first business because she falls in love with him or he's with her and he so happens to be financially fortunate. But he's not allowed to do that same thing for that woman to another woman and she respected and understand it. But at the same token, some of these men, knowing that these women are doing this same thing with multiple men and they still more of their energy is to fighting the woman or arguing with the woman or physically hurting her because she's going behind his back doing the same thing to him that she's doing to another man, because that's how she survives. I survive. That's how I take these trips all around the world. That's how I be a beautiful woman. That's how I got my body done. That's how I feed my family, take care of my kids. It's just nothing wrong for her doing that. There's nothing wrong for her doing that. She's a grown woman. She can do what she want to do, but she's doing it the way she's doing it because she's just trying to find her way and make something out of what God-given talent that she was given, and all she know how to do is be beautiful.
What do you feel about when people think? Well, how do you feel when people say you don't like black women?
I love black women. My baby mama black. My first child, the first woman I made millions of dollars with was black. So kill it. I don't speak on her, put that out there like that, because that part of my life was before social media and I was living a certain type of way around that time as well outside of that, and it don't make sense. It's not safe, and it don't make sense for me to put her in that light and put out there, because we came in from something completely different. So it was just something that we both agreed on, like, you know what I'm saying? To not put her out there in the limelight and all that shit, because at the end of the day, that's just another target. Look how Bambi and everybody else I talk to is a target. That's just another target. But in reality, though, matter of fact, the beautiful girl you talking about that's my baby mama. That's her.
Wow.
That's her. The same girl. That's her right there. The one you like, the bad one. Yeah, I was with two of them though, but the light one, the one. The big booty, light skinned one. Yeah, that one right there looked like.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, would you black women, brown black women think that you're not attracted to your own kind because you're dark?
That's not true.
People think you don't like yourself, like basically. Like,
Hell
he's
nah.
going to something.
Fuck no. I love dark skinned women. I love beautiful. I love black women. My mama was beautiful and black. Again, this is people making decisions off of their feelings instead of making a correct business decision. In life, it is told to you that opposites do not attract. That does not mean that opposites do not like the same thing. It's just in life, it's a possibility ratio that shows strategically, mathematically, scientifically, over time, if you are a certain type of person, you and your exact match may not be able to expand together in the lifestyle in which I expand in, because someone who thinks exactly like me for their own self position, and what that means that they are not even. I can't even say that because that's not a good example. What we come from is my people, my people. Where we come from, it ain't about no color. It ain't about no color of skin, dark or light skin. It is the mentality of people in which I run from, or I choose not to have my personal relationships with until I find the right person, because my personal relationship is my business relationship, because I don't believe in separating the two. I believe business is personal. I don't believe in the saying that it's just business, because the things that you do in business affect your personal life. The things that you do in business is what take care of your personal life. And most people that make their personal life all business are the people that's rich, because they made the sacrifices to put all of their time into business. So in actuality, is business personal? Yes. So I choose to do business with the same people that I got love for, that got love for me and how I am. Honestly, who I truly am, who consider me for who I really am, me being me. And most people from my background and where I come from don't have the mental capacity to resonate and register what it takes to be a functioning team in a relationship, because their whole focus is not about being a team. My focus is about being in a relationship, having you to me. I want to show off to my friends or to my family that this is my man or this is my woman. More or less to show off, this is what me and my man accumulated or what we achieved together. This is what the business we achieved. This is the health goals that we've reached together. This is the family that we've made. People from our background that grew up in broken parenting homes where the mother and the father were separated. The mother was with multiple men or trying to find the right husband, so she had different stepdaddies around the children. The mother was not, the man was just not present in life. We grew up looking at teamwork different than everybody else off the muscle, because that's not what we seen every day at home, was teamwork. We not used to seeing a father in the middle between two different divorces, where he has family over here and family over here, but he's a rich tycoon, or he's just a successful man in the middle that got two different families that he got to be real and loyal to and take care of both. So therefore, we got stepkids that got to be intertwined and deal with each other, and other races and other forms of life. That shit is regular. That's not regular in our home. It's regular for my baby, for my mama. My mama pulled up to your mama house and fought your mama because you was fucking my daddy. Your mama was fucking my daddy, and you had my stepsister. Whatever, my half sister, however it is. We come from that background. So at the end of the day, in the lifestyle that I live right now, it's kind of rare to find people that understand. So the lifestyle that I live now, it's kind of rare to find people that come exactly from where I come from to understand the lifestyle that I live and be a part of it. But I started right there. So it's still not true because I started, not only me, but a lot of people that come from where I come from, we all started right there and we started with our own people and doing it like that. It's crows and snows. A lot of us all started that way. But at the end of the day, again, if I learn how to do something way better, way faster, make way more money, way smarter, then, and I'm not doing this by my feelings. This is not about my feelings. That's the point of being a player. You not in your feelings. There's no feelings involved. Even if I love you and I love you as a person, I appreciate. I will give up everything in life for what you for the. I don't want to. We have a job together. You see, that's what the point I was trying to make earlier. How people can respect the people at their workplace, but they don't respect the people at home that they love, because we have no common goal. We have no common denominator that changes our lives if we stop. Just our feelings get hurt. If I got my own job and you got your own job and we break up and separate, I still get to live in my house and still drive my car and go to work and find a new man. That's why in marriage, they have alimony and all of that, where the wife or the other spouse gets half of the other person's money, because through life, you have got accustomed of living a certain lifestyle from being with me. And now by leaving me, you got to go back to living regular. So they create a way to make the other spouse still have money. That's what that is there for. That's what the whole point of a prenup and all that comes from. That just because the words and the contracts is not in there, that doesn't mean the way of thinking and the way of life changes. So when people get together, whether good or bad, we start sharing the same lifestyle. We start sharing the same problems. So if we together surely for the fact of feeling good and not actually doing good and doing whatever is needed necessary for us to do good together, when we go through hardship and problems, who we going to blame? Who we going to point at? The person you've been laying up with for the last 6 months? The person that you feel ain't been cleaning up as much as you've been cleaning up, paying the same bills you've been paying, or that's been having more fun with their friends and you've been having fun with your friends, has been liking more girls' pictures on Instagram and you are allowed to go like me. This is where it comes from. Versus to, this is my job. If I argue with you, I lose my money. If I argue with you, I go from being a general manager back to being a regular person at the job. That's something that's way more worth risking in a relationship that a person doesn't want to lose and doesn't want to wager versus a bad argument in a fight that we might have makeup sex afterwards. We have a different level of love and respect for each other because we share a job and we share responsibility with each other. That if we lose each other, we lose in finances, we lose in the company, we lose in success. So it's a different bond. It's a different level of I'm gonna hold you down a different way. I'm gonna support you a different way, and you gonna support me a different way, because we are supporting each other's livelihoods and other livelihoods of other people that we love through our business relationship. So therefore, I love black women, and I would love to have a business relationship with a black woman the way that I have with other people of the same skin tone as me. I love to have a black ass sauce walker run. I love to pop a little sauce walker up out of one of them motherfuckers. But at the end of the day, it gotta make sense. Cause I'm gonna, like how women love to do that, like how to do to be on the internet. Like, woman, what do you bring to the table to make you feel that you deserve this type of man? How fine do you think you are on a scale of 1 to 10? She'd be like, well, I think I'm an 8 or a 9. No, you a 3, you a 4. You're overweight, you're 32, you're 28, you're getting out your prime of your age, you haven't got your breasts done, so your titties starting to sag, you don't got a BBL. Okay, if you're a natural built woman, okay, well, you don't go to the gym, you don't eat right, and you drink too much mimosa, you drink too much 42, and you smoke too much hookah, so it's showing on your body. You don't have a nice physique of a 19-year-old, 18-year-old woman, 20-year-old woman. But men are held up to that same standard, and we can't go to the doctor and get a BB and get abs and get your body adjusted and it's accepted and it's respected. That's looked as whack, gay, and lame. A woman can do these things to stay young and stay relevant. A man has to get money. It ain't no make yourself cuter and prettier and all that. The furthest thing a man can do is get jewelry and get your teeth done. That's the best. That's the furthest thing you can do is be accepted. You put fake hair in your head, they laughing at you. They got something to say about it. When every woman that you trying to live up to the standard of, most of the people that's not from doing what I'm on, you living your life and feeling embarrassed about being bald headed or not having a certain type of a hairline, but you sleep with a woman that has fake hair on her head every day. You being judged by a woman that doesn't like herself. How does a man allow himself to be judged by a woman that doesn't even like to look at her real self in the mirror? I look at my real self every day. When I take the jewelry off of this, hey man, this tattoo is on my skin. This is who I am. Ain't no makeup, ain't no extra lip. A woman gotta like me for who I am or not like me for who I am. That's not what a woman has to deal with. A woman can make herself a whole different person and not be held against her morally or whatever. So with that being said, I don't understand how men allow themselves to be handled by women that don't even love themselves or don't even truly believe in themselves to be as beautiful. They all are insecure. This is just the reality of the fact. It's a bunch of beautiful women in this world, but I'm just a person that I'm a special type of person. I don't think no girl look better than me. I've been a light-skinned nigga nightmare my whole life. I've been having the type of women in my life that niggas been dreaming of since I was a little boy. The girls I was being my girlfriends and having 4, 5 girlfriends when I was in high school. The first time my daddy walked into my room and it was 3 girls in my bed, I was like 15 years old. It was my stepmama caught me in the room. I had 3 girls spent the night in the bed with me. I was 15 years old, first time. So like, I've been dealing with white girls, light-skinned Spanish girls, beautiful black, dark-skinned girls. I love beautiful black women. I love it. They crazy. And Houston produced some of the most beautiful dark-skinned women ever.
Now, you went viral 2 weeks ago because you had a picture with Kanye West, and it looked like y'all was chopping it up. What was that whole situation like?
That was really it was some live drip. I was invited to meet Kanye. Shit, I was in the city just doing. I recently, like you said, since Instagram been gone, I've been a lot more active in the city. I've been going to way more clubs, and I've been dealing with way more DJs and artists and studios. I just been out in the city. I've been around the town a lot more, so I've been helping a lot of people in the city, and they've been helping me in return for me helping different artists and different DJs. Just, you know what I'm saying? Playing my position in the city with my platform and the new power that I have as being Sauce Walka this many years later. I'm not the nigga turning my back on the city and not helping niggas. I'm helping everybody. So when Kanye was brought into town, he asked about me and people was bringing me up to him because to people, I'm like a Kanye to them. I'm different. I'm blacklisted at times. People feel like I'm a creator. I make things that become waves that get stole. I make up lingo. I've been a part of so many different clothing lines and brand success before they success. You know what I'm saying? From Bushimi to Cool Kai. And all the brands that I've supported in the middle of that, from the big brands like the Bapes to the little big brands like Pink Dolphins and I don't know, just a bunch of different brands that I done helped in my career and like representing and wore they shit. You know what I'm saying? So what was the question again?
Kanye, like,
Yeezy.
What was the conversation like?
Yeezy. So I've been in the city doing my thing, and basically it was a very, very private, you know what I'm saying, low-key party that nobody knew about type shit. It wasn't even no party. It was just a little gathering, you know what I'm saying, with just beautiful women and Kanye and a few small players, like you know what I'm saying, from the city. It really wasn't even, it probably was 5 men up in there, probably about 80 women, 5 men, if that, and the rest security guards and Kanye. And obviously this is Kanye West, like a Jay-Z or the president, so you know, or the Kardashians, you know how they moving and how they are about him as far as security. So one of my good friends, you know what I'm saying, Christian, my bro Christian, shout out Christian, you know what I'm saying, Rapper Live, shout out Christian, ETSF, Rapper Live, Manifest Music Group, you know what I'm saying, my bro Christian, he had like one of them figures in the city that got a real good name, and he put shit together. Him, Molo, different people in the city that just, you know what I'm saying, have voices that make differences and shit. And like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Yayo gonna be whooping up there with him. His manager, and that's another thing. His security guard, his manager's tall, light-skinned dude. He love me, bro. Like, this nigga's a super Sauce Walka fan. Like, oh, Sauce, you a legend, man. This man's an urban legend. Oh, Sauce Walka. Oh, the legend, Sauce Walka. That's all he kept saying to me all night. So he had told some of the all the security guards in the city, they know me, they love me. So his security ended up talking to them. They brought up Sauce. Oh, yeah, we can call Sauce up, tell him come up here and come meet, bro. Yeah, they come. Oh, yeah, man, come here. Love to meet him, man. We be laughing at him on Instagram. I didn't know about none of this shit, though. I ain't know about none of this. I ain't know about nothing. All I knew was, hey, bro, Kanye West gonna be up here. They want you to meet him. They want you to meet Kanye. Like, Kanye wants you to come up there. Ain't gonna be no other rappers. Nobody gonna be there. Like, you can come up there and meet him. I'm like, all right, bet. It's easy. I'm gonna go splash through. I pull up, I take Gohan, my little brother that's from Chicago. Gohan, the one that got shot in the head. He from Chicago. He idolized Kanye West. He loved Kanye West. Gohan loved Kanye West. Like, he loved Kanye West. I can't say it no more than that. He loved Kanye West. Anytime we argue about Houston versus Chicago and all that shit, even though we love both places, Gohan from Houston just like I'm from Chicago. I went to school in Chicago. Gohan went to school in Houston. You feel what I'm saying? What? Just brother shit. Rockets versus Bulls, bullshit, whatever. Jordan versus Elijah One, bullshit, whatever. Because as everybody know, Jordan never beat Elijah One in the playoffs to win those championships. We never got to see the Rockets versus the Bulls win the 2 years that the Rockets won and all that. But that's whatever. We're getting off subject. So I took him to meet Kanye. We went up in there. We meet Yeezy. It's going down. Yeezy in the building. All the girls was all around. My boy up there, he doing this player shit. He up in there low key. Nigga damn near didn't even notice that was him at first. Cause my bro got on his new construction drip. He got on the construction Yeezy. I'm the builder, the Yeezy the builder outfit. Yeah, nigga, I build $1 billion companies and spaceship trucks and shit. He had that shit on. He had the Bill Nye, the science Kanye guy outfit on. He in the future. So he was up in there. I ain't know that was him. Like, okay, there go bro right there. All right, bet. So we was up in there dripping. We was up in there doing our thing. Everybody taking pictures of me, the girls all around me. That's one thing about me. Like, I done became so infamous and famous at the same time. It's just, like, I can't go nowhere, bro. Between the TikTok, like what you saying, I can't go nowhere without somebody saying, "Oh, wait, shut your bitch ass up, fucking talk about you. Get your bitch ass. It's just always something that I said to somebody or something that I did or fire the backwood. It's just something. So, of course, that's going on up in there. Everybody taking pictures of me or whatever. So, boom, they making Kanye exit or whatever. Like, we were just up in there chilling and we ain't talk to them the night. So, as they making Yeezy exit, now the security guards is all like, walk, sauce. They opening up the side doors and they only let me and Kanye out the club. Literally. Like the entire club is trying to stampede out this side door to get they held everybody at the door, screamed my name, "Hey, Sauce, come on. And me and my little brother Gohan, we went out the side door with Yeezy, side by side. They closed the door. 2 security guards stepped outside. Now me and Yeezy talking. This was just some player shit. Just like I gotta salute to all the security guards and everybody, his manager. It was like Houston put that together. Houston made that happen, and Yeezy wanted that to happen. Huh?
I said, what's going through your mind? Because I know you're not the type to get starstruck, but this is Kanye West, billionaire, coming from the mud, nothing to something. What's going through your head, man?
Shit, I'm gonna be you. I'm on my way to being you. I wonder if you know how much I impacted the world. Yeah, so and Yeezy, what's up? And then it was so crazy because it's like, mind you, you still gotta remember, I done been posted signed to Jay-Z, I had to turn down deals. Jay-Z was still at a point of time, you know what I'm saying, CEO, the person that brought you into the game. So I'm still looking, I can never think as a rapper. Like even when I be wanting to think as a rapper, my brain always click and I get to think of like, from a CEO perspective or from an owner perspective, a businessman perspective, like how Kanye is now. How Kanye is to Travis or to Big Sean or whoever. So obviously all that just fun into my head. So just the first thing I can say to Kanye is like, man, yeah, Kanye, yeah, you know, I made up the sauce. And when I said this shit, he's like, man, I know who you is. I know who you is, South Walker. I watch you on the internet all the time. I know who you is. I know about the drip. So boom, my brain like, damn, this nigga do know me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, this nigga do know me. So I wanted to say the Jay-Z shit, but I just couldn't say it. I was just like, nah, I ain't gonna throw the jig in him. So I'm just like, man. So damn, how you see me on the internet? Like, how you saying woo? Like, man, you be viral. I see you all the time. You a funny motherfucker. And you can rap your ass off too. Boom. I'm like, whoa, hold on. Said I can rap. And then that was why I was fucked up too. I was more fucked up about the fact of how I was more shocked about how much of a regular, intelligent individual in conversation Yeezy was more than how big of a pop culture or hip hop god he is. Cause even with people looking at me as one of those likes, I'm still feeling like, damn, I'm David talking to a Goliath, or I'm a Apollo talking to a Zeus right now. I'm still a god. I'm still in Mount Olympus, but I'm talking to one of them boys right now, face to face in Splash Town, and my Maybach right there. Ooh, I know you like Maybachs too. So I'm just thinking about all this shit just rolling through my head at one time. So I'm like, yeah, man. I like, man, we gotta work sometime, man. We gotta drip or something, man. We gotta drip. We gotta work sometime, man. Now I know you in tune, you pay attention. Now you gotta get with some of this dripping. And I be with that fashion and that splashing too. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I done changed a couple words for the boys and girls. I got the rhyming and saying all that. He laughed. And he was like, man, let's take a picture. But I'm not even knowing, they taking pictures already. Boom, they taking the pictures already while we talking. So while they doing that, and he told me take a picture, I'm like, all right, come on, let's take a picture. I'm like, I don't want to take a picture in front of this Corvette. If you look at the other picture, it's a Corvette right there and my Maybach right behind it. Like, man, I don't want to take a picture in front of this Corvette. I want to take a picture in front of my car. I want to take a picture in front of my Maybach. When he like, man, he said, man, you in them cars. So now I'm like, what the? I'm like, he's saying small shit, but everything bro saying is like, nigga, I know who you is, nigga. Like, you ain't got to sit like, nigga, I know what's up. I know what you do. I know what's going down. I know what's up. But I'm still trying to drip, but still not just do too much because this ye, but I'm still me. You know what I'm saying? You got Pimp C, then you got Pimp me. Ooh, yeah, you got Pimp me. You know what I'm saying? South Walker. So I'm still in my act, but I'm on some player shit because I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm on some player shit because shit, this is an honor. It's an honor to have a conversation with Yeezy and be invited to one of his events and talk to him personally, face to face and all that. I don't give a damn if it's for 10 minutes. And I was the only person that took a picture with him like that because he wouldn't take a picture with nobody. He didn't want to ask me to, like, hey, listen. And now I did say that though. I like, watch, you gonna see how I vibed. You gonna see. I like, watch, you gonna see. I told him my Instagram was deleted too because my Instagram was deleted at the time. Like, man, they done deleted my Instagram. He ain't say nothing. I just like, you gonna see how, I said, watch, you gonna see what this picture do. You gonna see. And boom. That was it. But it was just crazy because shit. Right after that, all the women like ran out the other side of the building and they was all trying to take pictures with them one by one. And then nigga Yeezy just did the most player shit ever. He said, ladies, let everybody get in a group behind me and we are just gonna take one magnificent picture. I said, ooh, this nigga's a player. Now he's a player. Okay. He's a player, yeah. He done checked a couple of millions and millions of dollars out of his relationships in life. That's the difference from being on the different sides of that letter. He's come up from bankruptcy off of being on the other side of that letter. He's made other people $1 million women and made, not just her. It was an Amber Rose before there was a Kim Kardashian. And we can keep going. But I'm not trying to get into people's personal business, but at the end of the day, even subconsciously, he just a person is of like minds as me subconsciously. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just, you feel me? Players of a chord gonna always move. Players of a chord gonna always live large. Players of a chord gonna always live large. We gonna
Hey,
always, you know what I'm
so
saying? It's
wait, wait,
always a
wait.
treat with
So you
players
said
meet.
you recently said that designer shoes are trash.
Yes.
Is that all designer is including, clothes and
Nah,
everything, or just the sneakers?
the shoes. I still like designer clothes, but I don't like them all as much as I like certain brands like Louis Vuitton, because certain brands, they trying to go too far. They trying to experiment and go way too far off the deep end, which is okay. I understand being different. That's okay. I get it. But in fashion, you know what I'm saying? You just, certain things have its groups and have its places where it still should always revolve around. And I feel like in the shoe world, that's a feel like when I first came to the rap game, I was wearing all the color Timberlands and I was wearing designer shoes. And then everybody was wearing designer shoes though. You feel me? That was what was rapped about and talked about. Everybody was wearing designer. So when we started going Bathe and Nape and Supreme, like rappers didn't even know what Supreme and all that was. Supreme is a skating brand. If people that still don't know to this day. I really be around skaters and video games. That's what we do at TSA. We do it all. We drip. Yeah, that's why my walls is like this. This is real life. I don't got Dead Presidents movie and Friday paintings on the wall. I got anime and real 90s culture went on with us on the wall. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, I feel like people didn't know, people were just trying to do the shit, but they really wasn't with that shit. What I was talking about again? I'm getting hot now. What was talking about again? Excuse me, fam.
Designer shoes.
This weed getting to me now. What you said?
Designer shoes.
Oh, designer clothes. Yeah, the designer clothes. I feel like people, just because you put on the buzz of designer, you not dripping, for number one. And then a lot of them designer shoes that people be wearing don't really match. It don't drip like what I said. We start wearing the bathing apes and the Nikes and all of that with the designer clothing and jackets and mixing it. And okay, we're gonna wear some old 80s, 90s kicks, hot top kicks with the Gucci jacket and the Supreme belt with the Supreme bathing ape jeans and all of those shit. Okay, boom. Now that's dripping and that's comfortable and it's reality. Like it's really what people really want to comfortably wear. Design, and that's why in a resale game, you can't resell a designer shoe for $5,000. But you can resell a shoe that costs $100, $150 for $15,000. Why you think that? Fool. But it's another way to make people of all waste their money on something that don't amount into nothing in the end. At least in the regular shoe game, you can resell your shoes. I got a whole room full of shoes right now that's worth, worn or unworn, it's worth hundreds to thousands of dollars per shoe just because it is such a sought after shoe. There is no sought after Gucci shoe that's worth 5,000 or 1,500%, 500% more than the retail price after it's been worn or it's been used. It has to be a collab with one of those brands. And even if it's not a collab with a Nike or Adidas or a sports or because even Supreme, that's still sports. Skating is a sport. So if it's not a collaboration of something like that, it's still not gonna have a resale value because you're not gonna be able to resell the Gucci and Balenciaga collab. How you can resell the Louis Vuitton and Supreme collab?
Yeah,
it'll never be worth the same.
It's On Me and the Hellcat. Y'all had got into it over sneakers. It seems like I think y'all was shooting slugs at each other, subliminals at each other online about Cool Kai or something like that.
Man, you know what, man? At the end of the day, everybody get their money. I fuck with Omni. Omni cool, man. Cool Kai, my boy. But at the end of the day, Omni cool, man. He cool. I fuck with him. We had a misunderstanding amongst me and amongst bosses. He rich, I'm rich. He understand how rich I am and why he didn't want to go all of that with me. I understand how rich he is. That's why I'm not going to disrespect the amount of money he got, because we both got money. We both got a bunch of cars. You know what I'm saying? And it just when two titans clash and crash, you know what I'm saying? It's a certain little respect and honor that comes from that at the end. But at the end of the day, I'm a businessman and I'm a billboard, and I help market more companies, as you asked me about earlier in the interview, for my platform. And that's what brought me across the cool cars and these the Mike the Credit Champs, the Black Label Exotics, or whatever, different clothing stores all around the world that I support, the Closet, Houston Closet, whatever. All these different companies and brands that endorse me, you know what I'm saying, Exotic Pop, whatever, all that endorse me to help me endorse their brand with sponsorship or just ambassadorship or representation in commercials or whatever, product placement, whatever. So I just realized that shit early, like, damn. In that situation, it was a confusion that they had amongst each other about who created what first. And I wasn't a part of none of that. I was just a part of making the brand better. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, if another brand or whoever want to have me a part of their brand and make it better, then that's what I'm going to do. But don't disrespect me and the people that I'm doing business with because I'm making that brand better and you feel like I'm going against you, because that's just a guilty conscience. I don't have to go at nobody in particular to help somebody else's brand better. I don't have to disrespect or diss somebody else brand or company or your competitor to make your brand better. I'm just going to be more entertaining, more funny, and more charismatic, and the information that I'm giving the consumer is going to make more sense to them. If my information makes more sense to them and it reciprocates to their brain faster, then they're going to spend their dollar with us first. So I did that, and that became a confrontation, you know what I'm saying, amongst players. But it's all bull. But what I will say is that it's a new day and age of independent fashion designers and shoe brand designers that's trying to step in and to embark into sports goods or making shoes and footwear and boots and all that shit, because that's something that the entire world uses. And by me being such an innovator and a fashion guru to people, a street fashion icon, the drip god, the drip creator, and all of that, by me being all of those things, these brands, you seen me do commercials with Supreme, photo shoots with Supreme in New York, to me working with all these up and coming brands, to me working with Buscemi, all of that shit, just all off of the drip, and people believing in the way I dress and how vocally I am about dressing or being different, wearing some shit different than everybody else will wear, but still resuming masculinity as I'm doing it. Certain brands like that. Certain brands like people being overly flamboyant and different. Some people respect the fact that you can dress and drip and still look like a man in our clothes. Some people like that. So with that being said, that's what made me get more away from the designer, because it's like we just spent so much money on designer shoes that's hurt my feet. I can't even wear them all day. I don't even feel comfortable when I'm wearing them like that. I ain't finna play basketball or run in them. I ain't gonna race you in them. I don't necessarily want to fight in them. I'm a fighter. I come from Texas. We fight. I might have a fight in some designer shoes, and I couldn't be agile and move my feet as quick and as lightly as I want to move my feet, because I got these big, heavy Balenciaga whoopty whams on. They got 6 inches of clay at the bottom of them, or these Alexander McChicken wings that got this stage stool platform at the bottom of them. I can't be myself in that. That's like me getting drunk. I might as well get drunk in the club. I be feeling like that. I can't run from the police in designer. I've tried it before. It don't feel the same as running in tennis shoes and in Jordans. And I just naturally like the style and the look of tennis shoes more than designer shoes. That's why designer shoes are trying to trying to add on to the style of urban shoe wear and tennis shoes into designer shoes. Now it's not about the leather anymore. Now they're using the same fabrics and patent leather, and they're making tennis shoes. Designer brands is making tennis shoes now, because that's what it.
Now you and Yayo had a back and forth last summer. Unfortunately, he's in the feds right now. It wasn't like you said, it wasn't a Houston versus Fort Worth or Dallas or anything like that. But it got real ugly, for a minute. And now things have cooled down. What's your take on you and Go Yayo right now? What's the
All I'm gonna say
relationship like
is
right now? Have
this:
y'all spoke? Have you wrote them?
I don't want to speak on the situation because he in jail, so I'm not gonna speak anything negative or about this man and this individual because he's in jail and he's incarcerated. And I don't wish jail on my worst enemy. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. He's not my worst enemy, but in life, I don't wish jail on my worst enemy. I wish for my worst enemy to be taken off earth and not breathe anymore. I don't believe in that. So with that being said, I won't get into details about what and why, but I will say this. I never gave a fuck about anybody in Texas feeling like they a king of anything. A king, I don't care about nobody feeling like they the greatest. I don't care nobody feeling like they're a GOAT. I never leveled myself amongst men. I never idolized what a man did. I've just been different. My life has just been different. Even when I like shit and I like this and I like that, I always did it different than what everybody else did it. Even the P, I did the P different. I did this different. Everything I've ever done in life, I've done it different than what it was given to me or the way people said you should do it. I did it, learned it, and did it my way. So, with that being said, I think I'm a god. I don't think I'm a king. I don't think I'm a human. I think I'm a god. And I've been saying this for years. This is not the first interview on Say Cheese or the first interview in the magazine what the Sauce Twins said, we gods, I'm God, I'm God. I've been saying I'm a God. That's what I believe. I believe I'm a God on earth. That's what I believe. It's my belief system. I believe this is what I have the power to do. You are what you believe. That's what I believe. It's people believe whatever they want to believe. But at the end of the day, I never felt or believed I was a king at all. I'm not a king. I never wanted to be a king. Kings die. Gods live forever.
Yo, but it did seem like you had a lot of respect for him because he was.
Yeah.
Yayo was shooting.
Hell yeah, I did. Because you want to know why? He was another one of the New Testaments and the new chapters of what Texas can be. It's okay that things about Go Yayo resemble Sauce Walka. That's okay. It's okay that Sauce Walka been on the internet doing this right here and all that shit, and then Yayo come out in the video. Damn it, man. That's okay. Make it a Texas thing. This is for Texas.
Wait. You feel like you started that dance, that Damn It Man dance?
Man, listen, bro.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I ain't start boom. I ain't start the boom. That's not nothing to do with me. But all you gotta do is go look on the computer. It's all on the internet.
I know what you're talking about now. My bad. I'm tired. I'm tired as fuck.
Everybody know any of this, putting your hands on your hip and people accepting it, not saying, ooh, that look gay, that look lame, that look, ooh. Pimps made this cool. But Pimp made it cool to say, yeah, man, yeah, off the bitch, though. Yeah, man, bitch, you don't see, I don't know about you, but what about me, though? Do you see this outfit on me? That's where it come from. Yeah, bitch, check out this strip, though. Yeah, man, a $3,000 jacket on my back, though. Yeah, it's cold outside. I had to tell the designer to go kill a bear. Yeah, go kill a chinchilla so I could feel realer. That's where they come from. All of this and moving your hands and that's what they come from. You feel me? That come from popping it. You see how everything goes back to the P? I was the person, this is why a person can't argue with me about the things that I brought to the rap game. Because everything I brought to the rap game, I strategically designed it and made sure that it did not exist before I did it. When I came into the game as a pimp rapper, it wasn't no pimp rappers, especially no young ones. Every rapper was a trapper, a finesser. It wasn't scam rapping, haven't even surfaced yet. There wasn't even a style of rap yet. People wasn't rapping about scamming and cryptos and computers and all that. That wasn't cool yet. Just like it wasn't cool to rap about being a pimp. that was still cool in the Bay Area, but all the pimp rappers from the Bay Area were in their late 40s or in their late 30s, early 40s, late 30s. Oh, and I being from screwed up clique, Houston, you know about our culture. A motherfucker that's really from Bonton, Dallas, or Yellowstone, Houston, Texas, don't know too much more past J-Dog, Zero, Lil Kiki, DSR, and so on and so forth, up until the uprising of the internet. Fact or fiction? Just like there's people in the world that don't know about half of those names that I just said because they wasn't who they were prior to the internet. I mean, no. After the internet became dominant, rather. Their peak wasn't in the peak of the internet. So it's people that don't know who Zero is, they don't know who J-Dog is, they don't know who, there's people that don't know who goddamn Mike Jones is. There's people that don't know who Pimp C and Bun B. It's people that think Pimp C and Bun B are from Houston, Texas and not Port Arthur. It's people that don't know what Port Arthur, Texas is. See what I'm saying? It's people that don't know who SPM is. It's people that I can keep going on. It's people that don't know what DSR is, Big Tuck. They don't know what that is. Who is Big Tuck? Who is Tum Tum? Who is Fat Al, Fat B? They don't know who these people is. They don't know who skill and play is. Some of the biggest producers that ever came out of Texas, people don't know who they is. Because they wasn't around when the internet was running everything.
Look, nah, I don't want to get too far off topic, but look, Yayo was dissing you for like 2 or 3 weeks, and you never said nothing back. That's why I figured, Sauce Walka, you really had respect for Yayo because usually,
talking about when it was going on,
like he was saying. Yayo would say little slick shit and you wouldn't say nothing back, and I feel like that was because you didn't even.
That's out of respect of what I got for the streets and what I got for the code of myself and what I believe in. That I'd rather settle this off the computer and off the internet in real life than on the internet. So now that I'm starting to see and feel this energy, I'm reaching out in real life, not on the internet. That's how little viral videos pop up of me arguing with motherfuckers on the internet, on the phone, not on camera, face to face. You motherfucker recording the conversation. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even knowing on both ends. Cause I'm a real life person with people that's as you see, I don't have beefs with people in my state that last long. That's not something that's common and goes around, especially in Houston, Texas. That's not even just for myself. Like my city and people move a little bit different in Texas, period, honestly, but especially like Fort Worth is the biggest city that got the most beef in Texas, most current ongoing beefs that last for a long time. In Houston and Dallas, beefs don't last too long. They reach a point in Houston and Dallas. So like I'm from Houston. I'm from Houston, the most organized city in Texas. I'm from Houston. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's like I was just more disappointed. I was disappointed at what Texas could have became if all my little brothers because my real goal was to bring all of Fort Worth together, the CJs, the Bugattis, the Yayos, they all together. They was like a little TSF to me. They had potential to be what we is or be another person, be greater. Fuck it, whatever. I'm happy for them. I wanted to see it happen. It went the way it went. I still love all of y'all, so I'ma still play my position and fuck with everybody. And that shit just turned to whatever. But I wanted to see everybody succeed and be rich in Texas. I wanted to bring Fort Worth together and then merge Fort Worth with Dallas and we all rap together and then Houston and be in the middle. Just like I was trying to do way back in the beginning of the conversation, we got everybody in Yellow Beezy together at the first Say Cheese meeting. At the first Say Cheese little meeting at Fat Boogie House. I never lost that dream, so I try to put the Houston rappers together. I just try to put everybody together behind the scenes in real life to make it a real organic relationship. Everybody fuck with each other, then we rap with each other. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as we get together, we all just rap with each other, shoot a video. I ain't want it to be fake. I wanted everybody in Texas to know each other and fuck with each other. And it happened, and y'all got those moments, y'all got those songs and interviews, and it was happening, but it went left at the same time as it was happening. And shit, I can only do so much to keep it together, and I'm still keeping it together, but Just everybody didn't want to be a part of that for whatever their reasons be. And that's what I was more fucked up about. Ain't nobody, I got respect for all of them little niggas because they make themselves big niggas. They was all young niggas, little young niggas that came up in the game. I used to be a little nigga. That's when niggas get fucked up. And people get fucked up by names and titles. Before I became a great leader, I was a great follower at some point. I just only follow my eyes and little parts of what I believed in another. Okay, damn, I see you. We in the same clique. I see you do this. Like, I don't like nothing else you do, but I like that. I'm gonna download that. I like this. I would take different parts of leadership and implement it. I've been trying to say this damn word so all day. That's all I know. I've been saying implement. I implemented that in myself and created a better version of all the different people that I grew up around or grew up seeing do different things in life because I took the best parts of them that I felt was the best and then I put it in myself. So I became a great leader by being a great follower. I became a great big brother because I was a great little brother at one point in time, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because before you become rich, you're broke, unless you're born rich. So at the end of the day, I just wanted to see everybody succeed, and then I felt like Yayo was an important part to Texas, you know what I'm saying, being together at that time, and it just went the way it went. But it's a bunch of niggas that's important like that.
Now, we all know Mo3 passed away a little over a year ago. He was a blood. You are a blood. But it seems like when he was alive, y'all never really. I mean, y'all acknowledged each other because I remember times where you would uplift him, he would uplift you, but y'all never really made a record together.
I fuck with Mo3 like a motherfucker. We was talking in the DM and shit, but like again, like it's our real life with me with music. It's our real life. So at the end of the day, it was like I had a relationship with Yellow Bees. I had a relationship with Trap. I had a relationship with everybody in Dallas. And I didn't initially meet Mo3 during all of my initial travels through Dallas. And you know, I was really outside in Dallas, bro. You know how much I've been outside in Dallas. I done lived in Dallas multiple years. I'm in every club. Like, come on, bro. Everybody know how much Sauce Walka be in Dallas. I got TSF artists from Dallas from the beginning of me starting when I was working with Ace, trying to work with Ace, to me having Fofo Mike Deezy. I've been intertwined with the Dallas community and lifestyle. So like, I've been fucking with the Dallas community, and it just from Hitman, when Mr. Hit That used to try to link us up, it never worked out for us to link, and I ended up linking with bro at one of my shows. He performed at one of my shows, and we was just supposed to link with Rainwater, and it just never happened. You know what I'm saying? And you feel me? But later on I grew respect for him even more, and I seen all the artists. I love every Dallas artist. Like me, I'm a fan of Dallas rap and Dallas music. I'm a fan of Dallas, so I just want it. Just, you know what I'm saying? It just didn't. I don't know. If I could go back, I would have done more. I would have made sure we done more music together. We done music together. You know what I'm saying? But it just would have been. It would have been really on me to just make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And I was just always on that organic shit. If I meet you and we meet and it's right and it makes sense for us to do that shit, we gonna do it. I never tried to force shit. So, you feel me? I don't know. It just never, it was never I had nothing against him or I ain't fuck with him. Cause he was special. He was somebody that was really everything he was rapping about. Can't nobody take that from him. He was whatever he was rapping about. So, you know.